Okay. Yeah. And so that's what the parent was saying was, excuse me, going there, the jet lag wasn't as bad.
Mm-mm.
It's when they got back home
Yep.
that it took them probably a couple weeks.
Yeah. You lose a full day because you go and you gain a full day and then you come back.
Oh, okay.
And you lose it because it was. So, yeah, I would be a day ahead already.
Mm-hmm.
So coming back and then daylight savings also. The 1 hour of daylight savings I feel like has messed me up more than the
Oh, really?
like 14, 15 hour
Really?
time switch.
That's
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about that too. If there was a time change like that.
Not there.
No.
No.
I
But
know that's
the
weird.
day-
Yeah.
The daylight savings here, yeah, that threw me off more than anything.
Wow.
Coming
that's
back,
pretty crazy.
that 1 hour, I don't know what it was. But you would think
Yeah.
it'd be easier than that.
Yeah, this cool, and then like you said, you're fresh off the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you doing this.
Absolutely, I'm happy
This
to
is
do
awesome.
it.
How many
This is
hours
awesome.
on the plane?
So it was about a 12-hour plane ride from going there. I flew to LAX first.
Okay.
And so that's, not a short flight from Kansas City to LA. And then LA to Tokyo was about 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then coming back, went from Tokyo to Detroit.
Oh, okay.
So
That's wild.
it was about a good 12-hour stretch. Watched a lot of movies.
Yes. Did you sleep on the plane?
I don't sleep well on planes.
Oh, okay.
I can't get comfortable. I had middle seats too both
Ooh.
times, so that was
Yeah,
rough.
yeah.
That was rough.
All right. So before we start, I need to do some quick little shout outs. Today is November 5th.
Yep.
And today is our niece Kaylee Contreras. Today is her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So happy birthday to Kaylee. Also, our nephew, Isai Moreno.
Mm-hmm.
His birthday today.
Birthdays.
And yeah, so happy birthday to the both of you.
It's the start of our November celebrations every
Our-
5
yeah.
days.
Our
You
No-
guys have a lot of November birthdays.
We
Yeah, we
do.
do. Yeah.
Every 5 days, with the exception there might be 1 or 2 in the middle of that. But yeah, every 5 days.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to bring up today, November 5th, and Chris, say if you know this, 70 years ago in 1955, Doc Brown invented time travel.
I'm not familiar with Back to the Future's timeline.
I'm just telling you. But really, okay. So in the movie that this is the day that he invented time. So my question, Chris, have you seen the movie?
I've seen it.
Okay, so Todd, maybe you've seen it. Okay, so here I have a question. What did he do to himself to envision the flux capacitor?
Oof.
Which is right behind you. Can you see it? Chris, put it on her. See it right behind you?
No.
The blinking light?
Oh, I can't see what it is though.
Yeah,
It's a flux capacitor.
Oh.
that's the flux capacitor.
Oh.
Which
so
is
that's
what he
did?
invented. What he invented to use to travel, to time
Huh,
travel.
look at that.
And what did he do to himself?
Yeah. What did you?
Yeah, he the way he figured this out is he slipped in his bathroom, hit his head on his bathroom sink, and then it just popped right in his head, the flux capacitor. That's dope.
You
right?
lost me because I don't know anything about it.
Come
Learn
on.
something new every day. That was it.
Mm.
That was my new thing of the day.
Or he just got concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a concussion. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. I'm your host, Big Mod. Sandy and Chris are here as well. Chris, before we intro our guest, can you please play our sponsor read? This podcast is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto, no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time. For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448. That's 913-279-1448 and ask for Joe Quinn.
Way to show back up.
Got it. Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show this evening our guest, Tatiana Darby is in the house.
There we go.
Thanks for having me. I'm stoked.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here.
Always. I'm
I
excited.
know you earlier you said you just got off your flight. What, maybe about 24 hours ago?
Yeah,
Would you
about
say?
24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, fresh
That's-
off the plane.
that's crazy. what flight did you? What's the
Airline.
Airline, I flew Delta.
Okay.
So Delta's great with just like international flights everywhere. So I think the flight, even the flight from, because took a connection from Kansas City to LA, the flight even from LA to Tokyo was just a Delta flight.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in partnership with like a Japan Airlines,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was
Mm.
mostly Delta. So it was easy, comfortable.
Yeah. Really? That's good. That's good. But you said you had a middle seat, so
I
that.
had a middle seat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a middle seat.
Going and coming.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it
So
was
there's assigned seats, full flight.
full flight. Yeah,
Really?
full flight. And I
Man.
mean, international flights, the planes are huge. Like
Okay.
planes are massive for especially for flights that long.
So is it like, okay? So the Southwest flights that we take are just 3 seats, 6 seats going across.
No, this
Right.
one's like 9, at least 9 seats going across.
Oh, okay.
So you've got a middle row of 3 seats.
Mhm.
You got 2 aisles, and then you've got three
The
seats,
3 seats.
on the wing, and then you have about like 4 sections of those.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have a front section that's just like a regular first class seat, nice like loungers, and then you have like a first class, like premium class, and you get like a full blown like bed.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
these little pods that you can sleep in. And
Oh,
you can
okay.
lay completely flat. So
Oh.
they're huge.
So
Okay.
being a bigger airplane, you have the middle seat. Do those seats get bigger? Are they a little bit bigger than the
They
regular?
maybe give you a little bit more space, but sometimes depending on who you're sitting next to, you're
It's
bumping elbows
still,
the whole time.
yeah.
So you're kind of fighting over who gets the armrest.
I just kind of was hoping that being in a longer flight, you'd have a little bit more space.
You maybe got a little bit more leg room in the front. But,
Leg room,
yeah,
okay.
It maybe does feel. It might just be an illusion that it feels wider because the plane itself is wider.
Mm-hmm.
The seats may, still be pretty.
Gotcha.
comparable to-
Okay.
Okay.
So honestly, how do you feel right now?
Right now, I feel pretty good.
Yeah?
Shockingly, yeah, I feel
Yeah.
pretty good. Today was a pretty easy day. Got back and just did some laundry, some good needed
Yeah.
laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep myself up as long as I can,
Yeah.
so that way when I do fall asleep, I'm out for a while.
Mhm.
But surprisingly, I feel pretty good.
Okay.
Good.
So-
You haven't hit that wall yet.
I haven't hit the wall yet. I imagine the wall will come like Friday morning. Or something
Oh.
like that. Once like the excitement of actually being back home and back in my
Right.
routine. Like,
Yeah.
So did you have to return to the office or
No.
Not yet.
Nope, not
When
yet.
you-
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yep. So tomorrow. Thankfully, I don't. I'm only really in the office like 2 days a week.
Mhm.
But mostly I'm at work from home.
Oh, cool.
So the rest of the week I'm working from home, catching up on emails.
Okay.
I did take a peek this morning because I was like, I wonder how many emails I'm coming back to.
Right.
372.
Oh my
Really?
goodness.
So that's what the rest of my week's gonna be.
Wow.
Man.
But those might be the hardest times to try to stay awake.
Yeah.
Reading emails or
Reading
just
emails
sitting
is-
there.
Yeah.
That's
So,
going to be hard.
we'll
Yeah.
see.
In case
Mhm.
everybody at the probably doesn't know, but you come back from Japan,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
what part of Japan were you in?
So started off my trip. I was there for almost 18 days. Did the first half of my trip in Kyoto,
Kyoto.
Japan, which is in sort of my geography's right. It's like a southeast side of the country, and then traveled about an hour and a half, 2 hours to Tokyo, and was in Tokyo the rest of the
Okay,
time.
so you finished in Tokyo.
Yep, finished in Tokyo. Did some
Okay,
small
cool.
day trips here and there, but those are my 2 main places.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess we'd have to put that out there because I'm sure people are listening. And they're like, okay, where is she
Where
go?
is she
Where?
go? Why
where
has she
was
been
she?
on the plane for so
Yeah.
long?
So okay, so let's backtrack a little. We'll get back into your trip, but
Mhm.
so it's actually been like I told you when you came in, 3 years, right? Since you've been on. So you've been on the show. Do you remember the time you came on?
Was it that time? Weren't we at the Nest for something?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was there. It was a barbecue.
Yep. Okay, I remember
thing.
that.
So we set up outside.
That
so
was 3 years ago.
Yeah. So it was
Woo!
22. Yeah. So I was still with the NSPN, with
Time
the
is
East Side
flying,
and
yeah.
Marcos. Date is actually September 30th, 2022.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you. That's
Thank you.
fantastic.
That was episode, and that was the early stages. That was episode number 19.
Wow, look at that.
From 19 to number 116,
169,
169.
that's good.
Yeah. Do you remember
How many
remember
more
that
to go?
evening?
I do. I vaguely remember that evening because I don't think we were. like there wasn't a plan for, because it was me and Maud, right? We got on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
There wasn't a plan for us to be, but I think you guys were just set up out there, and
Yeah.
people could kind of walk up and
Yeah.
take a seat, and so.
Mhm. So
it's fun.
we were still getting our feet wet, trying to figure out exactly how we were going to do this. But
Mhm.
for that event, it was just more of lots of friends, family just coming. I had family in town that weekend actually. I choked on barbecue that weekend. I remember that. But yeah, it was a cool night.
Yep,
It was
I
a
do
really
remember
cool
that.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know I'm not the one who's asking questions, but like,
No, go ahead.
I don't know, from episode 19 to 169, what's like one of the biggest things I guess you've learned about doing the podcast, or just
What I've really learned, or what I've really liked about this podcast is I'm actually bringing in people who I don't even know,
yeah,
and I'll communicate with them through text or phone call. But then when they come in studio, we actually get to sit here and we get to meet people.
yeah,
And that's what I like, because we've made a lot of friends.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had Matt Stewart. I've had Kathy Quinn from
Yeah.
Fox 4. They've come in, and yeah, it's been really cool.
Yeah. Or I'm
Yeah.
sure even people that you've known forever, right?
Yeah.
And you sit down with them and you're like, huh, I didn't know that about you. I learned something new about
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
that's
they come
exciting.
in and we share the stories. We talk about, this podcast is mainly about memories,
Mhm.
because they often disappear. They just, if you don't talk about them, like Sandy says, that if you don't talk about them, then what's going to happen to them,
Mhm, mhm.
So that's why we get people in here, and a lot of people actually say, "Wow, I've never told that story," or you just sparked something in my head that
Yeah.
this, it's cool to talk about. And then after the show, they're like, "Wow, that was really cool." That was,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
you have to talk
That's
about
awesome.
stuff like that. Yeah, but so speaking of, do you prefer the summer or the winter?
Ooh, probably winter.
Mhm.
I'm a cold weather person through and through.
Okay, I only asked that
Yes.
because that's exactly what you said. I asked you that
Yeah.
question 3 years ago, and I just wanted to see if you were going to say the same
Not
thing.
much has changed there. I'll take
Because I thought you were going to
winter.
say, "Oh, it came back in the cold, man. I wish it was hot again." But no,
No,
I
I don't think there's ever been a time where I've said I wish it was hot outside. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
winter through and through.
Do you remember your favorite season as a kid?
Yeah, I would say it was still probably winter or fall.
Yeah. Why? What was it about?
I think that time, I mean, we lived a lot of different places growing up, but originally born in the Chicago area, and so the fall and the winter time in Chicago is just, I don't know. For me as a kid, it was magical. It was the leaves
Mhm.
changing, and like
Mm-hmm.
vague memories of just like crunching leaves as a kid and
Mhm.
stepping on them, or getting to go out sledding, and all the things. And don't get me wrong, like summertime Chicago is fantastic when the lake is in full effect,
Yeah.
but there's something that's like the city slows down a little bit,
True.
gets
Yeah.
a little quieter. I don't know. It feels
Mhm.
people feel a little bit more at peace, I think,
Mhm.
when the weather gets cooler. I
Mhm.
feel like that way about probably any place that I've been. Something about cooler weather.
Yeah.
Okay.
People just slow down a little bit.
Man, but it snows like crazy though, right?
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, because of the
Snows and
water,
it's cold. And it's windy.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
we've been on trips to Chicago for Ileana's volleyball tournaments, and it just seems to be cold when we're there.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know? But we'll get on a bike and we'll go Lakeshore Drive and
Yep.
do that. And
It's one of those things, like if you're prepared for it, if you've got the right like
Yeah.
winter gear,
Mhm.
yeah,
it's perfect. But it's funny. I traveled with some friends to Chicago who had never been before a few years ago. Their first time we went in February, so like
Oh.
freezing. And I told them, I was like, y'all prepare. It's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
and I'm not saying like Kansas City cold. I'm saying it's gonna be like you're gonna be in for a
Cold.
rude awakening.
Yeah.
yeah,
And they, grew up in places where the weather didn't get that cold. One of them's from Texas, the other grew up in Alabama.
oh wow, yeah,
And so I was like, bring your winter gear, and they're like, okay, like yeah. They show up in Chicago in February. One of them has a long leather coat for his winter coat,
Mm.
just like a leather
Just,
coat,
Mhm.
yeah,
and the other has a North Face coat, like kind of puffer, but no hood, and it's not waterproof.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were freezing the whole trip.
Yeah.
And I'm over here. I got my gloves, my scarves, like I got my socks going. I've got the long parka that goes basically to the ankles.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, why didn't you tell me you didn't have winter gear?" And they're like, "We thought this would be enough."
So did they have to shop a little bit, or
No, they thugged it
stuck
out. They
there.
thugged it. Yeah, but they were miserable. We didn't spend too much time outside.
So you said Chicago. That's where you grew up?
Yeah.
Were you born and raised?
Born and raised, so born in Evanston, which is a suburb just north of the city, and was there until I was in probably halfway through third grade, and so spent the first, yeah, I don't know, how old are you in third grade? Like
What is that, Sam?
Maybe 8.
8, so I was about 8, and then we moved to College Station, Texas.
Oh, okay.
And so we were in College Station, just outside of like an hour or so outside of Houston, home of Texas A&M Aggies.
Okay.
We were in College Station for about 2.5 years, 3 years,
Yeah.
and then moved to Kansas City after that. Moved to Shawnee.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been to College Station. We went when I was playing with our family team, men's fast pitch. We went on in a tournament and we played there.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it was a an adjustment going from Chicago to College Station. I'll say that.
Oh,
for
yeah. And what was it that took you guys?
Dad's job,
Yeah.
college for professor. So we spent a fair share of our, my early years moving around in different college towns based on opportunities that were present itself for him.
Okay.
The time he still is, philosophy professor. But yeah, moving around in different opportunities. So started at Northwestern. That's just where I was born. My older sister, she was born in Pittsburgh, so they were there for
Oh,
some
so they
time.
were there, really?
Then Virginia before that, and then both my parents are originally from New York City, so or New York, parts of upstate New York. So I've kind of been around the block.
And so mom and dad are there in New York now, right?
Yeah, yep. So they're back. They full circle of all the moving that they've done. They found themselves back in sort of Jersey,
that's
New
where
York.
they're put. They're
For
pretty
now,
much done.
for now,
Oh, for now.
for
So
now,
Who knows, right?
Who
They're not
knows?
retired. He's not retired yet.
Yeah, not retired. He's
Okay.
not retired anytime soon. They've got a great setup there. I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. But they always joke about when my dad does think about retiring, where are they going to go next? Or
Yeah.
going somewhere warm or all the
they'll
things.
come back here to
So,
Kansas City.
well, something like that. So they've been doing some traveling too. And
Yeah.
Good for them.
And so it's just you and your sister.
yeah,
correct?
just me and an
And,
older
you,
sister.
and she's there in
Yeah, she's in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yep.
Nice.
She's in Brooklyn. So she's been in Brooklyn now she was in Chicago for many years. Briefly moved to Austin, Texas, and then went to New York and has been in New York ever since. So she's in Brooklyn. She loves it.
Do you think she'll stay?
I think so. Yeah. With what she's doing for work, she tattoo artist,
Right.
Yeah.
graphic designer. She works at a great shop
Okay.
in Brooklyn. So I think
She's a slash graphic designer.
yeah, she still does graphic design and freelance stuff as well.
Oh,
so.
okay. Okay.
Yep. So she's working for Rutgers University, and
Oh.
in Chicago she was working at DePaul University for some time,
Oh,
doing
okay.
some graphic design work for the universities, and then does some freelance graphic design stuff for my dad for some projects of his.
Oh, okay.
Has worked with other friends who needed art commission for different things. So
Okay.
she's got a good setup there. So I don't see
And
her
she
going
went to
anywhere.
school for that, right? For graphic design.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she loves
Well,
it.
that's pretty cool. Would you say you had a fun childhood?
I
Even though
would.
you were moving from place to place.
Yeah, I would. I think like looking back on it, moving is always one of those things where in the moment, it's hard being the new kid. It's hard picking up and going, and
Yeah.
you're meeting people who are like, we've lived in the same house since we were born, that sort of thing. So those sort of experiences were always hard to resonate with as a kid.
Yeah.
But especially as I got older, I learned to appreciate like just being adaptable in a different way that I didn't see other kids around me. Really sort of having that experience. And, the four of us, my sister and my parents, we've always been really close. And so no matter where we've gone, like, we have made the absolute most of it. And there's different things that, I've learned from every place that I've been in. And so I feel like I had
And we would have never met you.
right? Yeah. And like, you find family in every place that you go. And
Yeah.
so, it's been, especially now as an adult, looking back and thinking like, I had such a unique childhood in that regard. And because of it, it was, it was so fun. We made the most of it, and we got to experience a lot of stuff that, I don't think I would have
Right.
Yeah, turned out the way I did without it.
But you didn't live in New York at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, we went to New York most summers.
Oh,
to my
okay.
grandmother's, because my grandmas were both still in the city.
Mm-hmm.
One of them still in the city. The other passed about a year or so ago
Yeah.
now, and she was up in
Mhm.
the city. She was in the city until up until she passed.
Mhm.
So we spent a lot of time
Okay.
in New York.
Okay.
Our other family was still in the city. Who?
Okay. Yeah.
know.
Yep. What's a childhood memory that takes you back?
Ooh, that takes me back.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny one and you guys will probably be able to recall on this one because it has to do with Shawnee. So one of the first summers that we moved here, at the time, so my dad was working at KU, but he was commuting.
Mhm.
My mom didn't want to live in Lawrence. She's like, I want to be a little bit closer to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a KU basketball game that I think probably our first KU basketball game that we were going to go to.
Uh-huh.
And at the time we also had an Armada, the Nissan Armada,
Oh,
a red
yeah,
one.
yeah.
And my mom was like, it's going to snow. You guys should take the Armada just in case, weather's bad.
Yeah.
You can get home. Because, so we went up, what is it? It's not 50, it's going up Flum, that big hill to get
Yeah.
up to Flum in that old neighborhood I used to
Oh,
live
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
That big hill. She's like, take the Armada, you're going to need it. And so we went to the game, of course, driving back, hit like a blizzard.
Mm.
And it was just my dad, my sister, and I. My mom was like, I'm staying home. I'm not
Mhm.
interested.
I don't know. I'll get into that.
We hit that hill, and we learned pretty quickly that our Armada was rear-wheel drive. It wasn't an all-wheel drive
Oh,
car.
okay.
Yeah.
And we hit that hill, and just impossible to get up that hill. And at the time, I think it was pretty late or something. This car, we were stuck. It was rolling back down the hill.
Oh, uh-huh.
My dad he's like, this is dangerous. We got to get out of the car. We tried calling my mom. She wasn't answering. So he's like, we got to walk. So we weren't dressed for it. And it's not that far of a walk.
Uh-huh.
But I just remember the feeling of us sort of getting out of the car and my dad's huffing and puffing. It's like, this big ass car, this should be able to get up the hill.
Right.
Yeah.
And so just funny moments like that I feel like I can recall as a kid.
I mean, were you and your sister laughing at
We
the
were
time?
laughing about it at the time, but by the time we got home, we were freezing.
Yeah, I bet.
The little
Yeah.
snow crystals on your eyelashes. And we get home, my mom's like, what happened to you guys? And we're like, what happened? Why'd you answer your phone? You should come pick us up. So that's one that I think of, but I feel I don't know, there's just always moments that I can think of where things don't always go according to plan, but
Right. Oh, yeah.
how do you make the most of it in the moment,
Mhm.
and laugh back at it?
Yep.
So that was
So,
one of them.
speaking of there and where you live, have you gone back to see the old house?
Oh yeah, I drive by it quite a bit.
Do you?
It looks completely different.
Really?
Yeah, they painted it, tore some trees down in the front.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, every now and then I go back to that neighborhood. And
Do
I
you
just
have
stroll around.
pictures of it of when you lived there? I mean,
Uh-huh.
do you?
Yeah, and I've been able to find the old listing photos of when we sold the house.
Okay.
And so
Oh,
being
okay.
able to flip back through the photos and look
Yeah.
inside, and
Mhm.
I think I painted my room. Every kid goes through a phase where they paint their room an absurd amount of colors.
Right.
And I think I went it was maybe black for a little bit, and then I painted it this really dark red. And then after the dark red, my mom was like, "We're never gonna sell this house with this with it painted that color. You
Yeah.
gotta paint over it." So I painted it this I don't know, almost like an orange. I think I was going for maybe a peach color, but
Oh,
it
uh-huh.
didn't turn out that way. Was confident that I could paint it myself. And so even in the old photos, you just see this streaky orange paint trying to cover this deep red.
Yeah.
So it's fun looking back at the photos and just
Wow.
thinking of that house.
That room was getting smaller and smaller.
Smaller and
all
smaller.
that paint.
All the paint.
Yeah.
There were layers of paint in that bedroom. Layers of paint.
They probably peeled it and said, "Wow, this is actually is
Yeah.
this wallpaper
I think I
or
painted-
is this paint?"
I know. I think I painted the ceiling too. So
Oh.
I still have a thing where if you're gonna paint a room, paint the ceiling. I don't know what that is, but I've always just felt like it's part of the room. You're missing a wall if you don't paint the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh.
What kind of ceiling did you have to be able to paint it?
Probably not one that should have been painted, but I painted over it.
And mom and dad were cool about it.
I think
They're
at the
"Well,
time
if you're
they
doing
were like,
it yourself,
this,
you go.
"Yep, this is your space. It's character building. You learn how to paint it." And I think it was the same thing where they're like, when we move or something happens, I hope you're responsible for
Yeah.
getting it back to its
Right.
original condition.
How long did you live here in Kansas?
from
What were you in 7th grade or 8th grade or what was it?
I started maybe a little ways through 6th grade.
Oh,
'Cause
you did start at the
I
elementary.
remember it was pretty funny because in College Station, 6th grade is a part of middle school, so it's 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so graduated 5th grade, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to middle school. Like, this is awesome.
And then
And then we found out we moved and
Yep.
came back, and I was like, I'm going back to elementary school.
Yeah.
And so I was at Ray Marsh for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
then, I went to Hawker after that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Marsh, Hawker, and then Northwest.
Yeah.
Northwest, yep.
Do you still keep up with any of your friends from high school?
I do. I have a really close handful of folks that are my sort of friends for life still to this day.
Yeah.
I've always been like, not that I've have always been friends with everybody, but I like my close personal friends. I keep my circle pretty small. And so from, even that one year at Ray Marsh, one of my good, friends to this day, she lives in Chicago, someone super close to me, obviously from middle school, that's when I first met you guys, and maybe, one or two folks there, and then from high school, maybe 2 folks as well.
Yeah.
So
Just
pretty
take it
small handful, but close friends who I know I'm going to be friends with for life.
Have you guys had already 10-year reunions, right?
We did have our 10-year
go?
reunion. Yeah, I went. I wasn't going to go,
Okay.
but a friend was in town. Actually, my good girlfriend who lives in Chicago, who I met in 6th grade.
Okay.
She was in town, and she was like, listen, like, this is our only opportunity. We're going to do this one, and then we'll probably never do another one again, so we
Yeah.
should just go. And so we went, and it was over at, what's that bar right on the corner in downtown Shawnee? Keeps changing. It's right on the corner of, like,
The one
That Wild Child?
no, other catty corner from that. Across from not
So
Mill
the
Road.
Transport Brewery.
Yes, it's
But
right,
that's more in the middle, but
it's like right next to Transport Brewery and
Okay.
the theater there. It was right over there.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, okay.
Yeah. So we had it. It was good. It was good to see people that hadn't seen since graduation.
right.
It's always interesting. You're like, whoa,
Yeah.
Yeah.
lots changed. Or
you
you see
know-
people and you're like, nothing's changed.
That's true.
I'm one who I feel it's important to stay close with friends. Of
Mhm.
course, family, but friends from back in the day
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
I try to hit all the reunions. Sometimes they'll just get together at a bar and say, yeah, so and so's in town. Anybody that can meet up, let's meet up.
Meet
And
up.
I think it's cool. I think it's
Yeah.
cool to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so. When you met Maud, when did you meet Maud? Was it
7th grade at
Hawker?
Hawker.
At Hawker.
At Hawker.
Did you guys
Yep.
have a class together or something?
It's funny. I can't recall. Like, it's funny when you like meet someone and you feel like you've known them for so long that you can't really recall the first time that you met them. So like I've known you forever, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think like especially in that time, we had just sort of moved and went through sort of my year at Ray Marsh, and I remember like us bonding over things that. I was like, whoa, I never thought I would meet somebody else here who, like, had a similar taste in music or just, like, our families are similar in a lot of ways or, we have similar upbringings or just things like that. But we bonded over, and at the time, like, nobody else around us sort of, like, was in that similar space. And so I remember instantly we were like, whoa, like, this is we're locked in here. And we were one of the last, I think, graduating classes that did the split from Northwest to North. And so I remember, after going through 7th and 8th grade, we had a really good group of friends and just people. And there was a lot of tears that last day.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're probably one of the reasons why he wanted to go to Northwest.
So opposite. He's probably one of the reasons I wanted to go to North.
Yes.
I think I had that like conversation with my parents a couple times. It's like I want to go to North. Like I feel like I just fit in there more. Or,
Yeah.
There's just something about like the North community, and y'all know, something about the North community that's really special.
Yeah, we had conversations too. We're like, no, this is your school.
Yeah.
This is where you're gonna go, and But yeah, tears for sure.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember he was really, really upset.
Yep.
when
We all
You
were.
guys had to split up like
Yeah,
that.
that was tough, but it's that's the thing I say. It's like to your point about friendships, like and really investing in them long term.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know when you meet certain people that like these are supposed to be people that I know through every season.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also a firm believer that like sometimes you meet people and those people are meant to be in your life for a season.
Yes.
And like
Mhm.
that's okay too. Those friendships are important and they're needed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember it just feeling at the time after coming here feeling, you know, super special that like I got a chance to meet people that I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I know we're gonna be friends for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's good.
that
And
was cool.
you say with music, you and
Mhm.
Mario just
Mm.
really connected with music. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I
don't-
remember him coming home and saying that.
Yeah, I should have brought it with me. I still have it to this day, but he like an
He
old
made you a mixtape.
no, it was an old poster board that he had. I'll send you a photo of it maybe later, and you can insert it in or something.
Okay, yeah.
And it was like a photo where he had just, or a poster board he had just drawn on, and it was just a bunch of different like lyrics from songs,
Oh.
and like you know photos of or drawings of you know someone breakdancing or like you know a pair of Adidas or whatever the case may be. It was this big poster board, and at the time, you know, what other like seventh graders do you know who are listening to like old school hip hop?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, soul and funk and you know
Some
house
R&B,
music and
yeah.
R&B and all the things.
Yeah.
And you know, I know for me, like one of the things I've always appreciated with my parents is, I don't know if it was as much like a decision that they made of like, oh, you know, from an early age, we're going to make sure our kids listen to X, Y, and Z music versus like, this is the music that we're listening to. And
Yeah.
like, we had kids. And so like, y'all just better
Right.
hop on.
Uh-huh.
And I'm curious, like from y'all's perspective, if that was a similar thing or if it was intentional.
Very
Yep.
similar, yes.
And so I just remember like being like, whoa, like here's somebody else who like he's listening to the same stuff that I'm listening to.
You're
at
like,
home.
you know, Earth, Wind, and
Yeah,
Fire.
yeah.
You know, Hall and Oates.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's,
Exactly. Funny story about Hall and Oates. Another thing. So the song "Rich Girl" was one of the first songs that I learned the lyrics to, and it was a family friend who loved Hall and Oates, and so he would whenever we would go over there or get in the car, he would always turn on "Rich Girl" by Hall and Oates. And I was probably maybe in like first or second grade,
Mm-hmm.
and I had that song down from like front to back.
yeah.
And I remember going to school one day, and I was jamming. Maybe I had just got out of the car, and we were listening to it or something. And I went in school, and I was sitting there, and I was jamming. I was singing it, and my teacher's like, "What are you saying?" And I was like, "It's a bitch, girl." A
Yeah.
bitch. She was like,
I was waiting for that time. I was waiting for
It was
it. It's a
just that.
bitch, girl. You know, and it's funny you say that because that was one of the songs. Jeez, I had to probably have been 5th grade, 6th grade, maybe, and I was like, oh, he just said bitch. You know, and I was like, that was like one of the first songs where I've heard a bad word, so to say, you know, that we weren't allowed to say, and then of course. Later on through life, I'm a freshman. Here comes NWA.
Yep.
They do their thing. Mom gets mad. She rips up my tapes. Oh my god! Yeah. So yeah.
But
So
yeah.
it's funny because we both have.
The
And
same song.
you're out there singing.
Just out there singing it, have
Yeah.
no clue in the world. I'm sure at the time my brain isn't processing
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'm just
You're
singing
just
it because
going
I
Right.
love the song and I'm
Yeah.
hearing it all the time.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was definitely one thing you know we bonded over, and yeah, it just there wasn't a lot of people that I was around whose I think parents were listening to the type of music that we were listening to at
Right.
home,
Mm-hmm.
and like you know. The one thing that I can say also about my childhood that I really appreciate
Mhm.
is there was always music playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was over dinner or we're cleaning up, doing dishes, or whatever the case may be, there was always some sort of soundtrack, like or
Mhm.
background noise.
Mhm.
And it was every genre that you can think of, right? There were so many blends of music and taste, and like that was something you know I've met people who say like, oh, our parents never listened to music, or they
Mhm.
never really had music playing. Like we didn't grow up that way, so that was something too where I was like, you know, really just appreciating the fact that here's someone else who like has that same sort of appreciation
Mhm.
for a genre of music that like from a young age I've really cared about. So it was cool. It was
And are
cool
you
to bond about
still background music all the time?
yeah.
At home?
Yeah.
And
that. At home? Like if I'm able to like work while listening to music, I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my mind is always going, so I'm always
Yeah.
there's always some tune up here,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I'm hearing things and connecting the dots of like I feel like we've done this a lot where like you hear a song and you're like that's a sample of this song, and then
Oh.
you go down the
Does that all the time. Yep.
Yeah.
so I'm always doing that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. We're gonna have to rewind back to talk about some music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
an interesting thing about you though is your parents and their connection to music and where they grew up and
Mhm.
who did they go to school with?
Yeah, so both my parents grew up in New York City. My dad is from Queensbridge, my mom from Manhattan. My mom went to school with Dougie Fresh, and so was, you know, constant soundtrack of beatboxing
Uh-huh.
in the back of her classroom. And then my dad grew up in Queensbridge, which the Queensbridge Housing Project is home to, you know, a really fantastic collection of artists, Nas being one of the most famous.
Oh, okay.
Him and my dad are pretty close in age. And so, yeah, they grew up in a time in New York City where, you know, it was the height of sort of
Yeah, that's
early-
cool.
The home
The-
of hip hop.
the home of hip hop.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? We're not going to rewind. We're going to talk about music now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. So yeah, so back to the story about Dougie Fresh. I think I remember your mom saying once, or you may have said this, that drove her nuts.
Drove her nuts. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Drove her nuts. Because at the time, it's just like the Doug kids in the back of class, and he's just always like, and you know, he was young too, so
Uh-huh.
of course at the time, you know, nobody knew he was going to grow up to be who he was, or,
Right.
or
Right.
what he was known for be that thing. But
Mhm.
you know, yeah, you know, stories of just like, yeah, I remember that kid in the back of class, and like he's great, he's a class clown, like, you know, we all loved him, but at the same time, it was like, Doug, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, one of my services was the love for music, and I knew that you know you have the love for music. Of course, mom and dad do as well. Is that? I mean, did mom? Were they mom and dad both the same with music, or was dad more of?
I
Like-
think they were both the same, really. I
Yeah.
think they like, maybe slightly different tastes. Like, I think my dad has always been sort of, you know, pioneers of hip hop and
Mhm.
jazz and like very
yeah,
like
yeah.
instrumental jazz. Like I mean, he loves that all day long, house music even. I think my mom is much more that sort of soul, funk, R&B, like the slow jams.
Okay.
That's mom. And so, but, you know, I think they are both individuals that have an appreciation just for, like, the artistry of
Mhm.
music. And so, they, you know, they'll listen to whatever, and, you know, of course you have your classics and your favorites that
Yeah.
are played time
Yeah.
and time again, but...
So is your sister into music too then? Okay.
Yep, yeah, definitely. And she's also got a lot of the I think we all, myself included, like have a huge admiration for jazz.
Oh, okay.
But as we've especially gotten older, my sister has really like not fallen into, but aligns with my dad a lot on like some of the jazz that he listens to, and,
Okay.
like techno house.
Oh.
She
Yeah.
loves that. Yeah.
So the house music was formed in Chicago, right? I thought that's where house music came from. That's what I'm thinking. Is that why your dad likes? Because he was in Chicago.
Yeah, I think maybe there's like probably subgenres of house music.
Okay.
I know, you know, there's a few artists and people that I think definitely tie back to New York.
Okay.
Sort of house music. But I would imagine, yeah, influences from Chicago. I think like, I don't know, most music sort of is pretty doesn't have a lot of like borders in that regard, where like everyone can kind of take a
I remember there was a rap group. They were called Twin Hype, and they had this song called "House Music All Night Long." House music, and I actually read today that one of them passed away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think he was. I think I read he was 54.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's
Yeah,
young.
that's my age. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's our age.
I mean, it's. I
And
feel like
I don't know what it was. That he
Yeah,
passed with, but
I
I'm
mean,
gonna have to look
even
that up.
thinking about like D'Angelo, who recently passed away, and Angie Stone is someone that my mom listened to a ton. She passed away recently, and it feels like we're sort of entering that like time where so many artists that
Mm-hmm.
we've spent a lot of time and invested a lot of just like minutes into, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
getting to that point where we're seeing sort of more like tributes to them, or we're seeing sort of special awards or ceremonies to honor their music, or you're seeing new music now that are taking sounds from
Yes.
people that we've been listening to forever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's,
It's sad too.
it is.
So what your music was it? Was it? What's your favorite genre of music?
That's a good question. I would say my favorite genre of music.
Or favorites? You don't have to.
Favorites. I mean, I love just like soul R&B. That's probably the soundtrack to my at least 20 hours of my day.
And,
Even if
and
I'm
yeah,
full,
the soundtrack of your life.
yeah,
as
of my
well.
life is
Yeah.
at least that. But yeah, definitely. I mean, hip hop. There's nothing like it. It's an old movie that my mom and my sister and I love. Came out in maybe 2001, I want to say, or 2000. It's called Brown Sugar. It's an old, had
Yeah.
Taye Diggs and Sanaa Lathan in it.
Yeah.
We love that movie. We could watch that movie over and over every day.
It's like it's like Grease to us.
Yes,
you know.
yes.
No,
And so,
it's like loving basketball for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. So
That's the one with Omar Epps.
Yep,
Yes.
Right?
yep,
Omar
Uh-huh.
yep. And so that movie in particular, one of the
Brown
things
sugar.
that just loved about it is, it's of course that sort of cheesy like 2000s, like early
Yeah.
2000s rom-com, but the overall message is like this love letter to hip hop, this ode to hip hop. I think there's so many influences. It's a genre of music that I think is so wildly called on in different ways. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll get into Japan in a little bit, but
Yeah.
one of the things that was most impressive to me in Japan is the influence of jazz and hip hop
Really?
in Japan is
Yeah.
so strong.
Oh, yeah.
And
cool.
it's such a cool, I think, thing to see that like you can walk into a bar and you hear everybody speaking Japanese, but the music that's playing in the background
Oh.
is Earth, Wind and Fire, or is John Coltrane, or is
Yeah.
D'Angelo, whatever it is. Like it was so interesting
That's cool.
to sort of see that connection.
That's cool. Is there a song that reminds you of your dad? A song that reminds you of mom?
A song that reminds me of my dad.
Yeah, like if it just comes on and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember when my dad was washing his car or just doing
One
something.
song that like means a lot to him, that whenever I hear it, I think
Okay.
of him, is Sam Cooke, "A Change Gonna Come."
Okay.
Is a great song. I also think of KRS-One, "The Bridge Is Over." Anything like Boogie Down Productions, I think of him.
Yeah.
My mom ran through The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that album.
Really?
She played that album a lot. And so I always think of her when the particular song called "To Zion"
Okay. Yeah. I
comes
know,
on.
yeah.
I think of her. She sung that song a lot in the kitchen.
Right. How about when the Fugees would come on?
The Fugees, definitely the Fugees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, forget it. Yeah. And literally anything, even if it was like, I mean, we're in the middle of the dishes or something, and something comes on, and she's like, "Hold up, we need a dance break, we need a sing break, we need some sort
cool.
of break."
Yeah, that's
Step
good.
in,
See,
step in
those are-
music, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like,
those are great memories. You know.
yeah. Luther Vandross, forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. Any of those.
Yeah.
What was his hit? Never.
Never too much.
Yeah, never too much.
Never too
Oh,
much.
yeah,
Never too much.
That's one of those jams.
Yeah.
Oh, it's speaking of music. You hear who's coming to town, right, in February?
Oh.
She's been in Tokyo for 2 weeks.
Well, I guess so. I guess you're right. New Edition, Boyz II Men.
Boyz II Men.
and Tony Braxton.
Ooh.
They're touring right now. I'm like, we gotta go.
Oh
We gotta
yeah.
go. When New Edition is in town, we've seen New Edition. I've seen New Edition at least 7, 8 times. And then Sandy's gone, and we've seen it at least 4
Toni
times
Maybe 3 or
together.
4.
too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and Toni Braxton. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, she's even when Monica and Brandy just went on tour.
Really?
And that was one I was thinking, I was like, if they're, roll anywhere close to Chicago, or
Mhm.
not Chicago, Kansas City, I would go. But Toni Braxton, and I don't know if you follow the hype or the trends right now, but her Toni Braxton song, He Wasn't Man Enough for Me,
Mhm.
is like making it, not making a
its-
comeback,
making
but it's
way
making its
back.
way back right now because
Yeah.
some TikTok trends and some
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild how
that
TikTok does that with
Oh
music.
yeah, oh yeah.
You hear a lot of songs that come in, and
Well, kids are saying, I'm like, how do you know that song?
Yeah.
TikTok? I'm like,
TikTok,
Mhm.
Instagram, all the things. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's funny, seeing kids sort of like mimic Tony behaviors, and I'm like, what you know about Tony Braxton?
right? Yeah.
So, but yeah, that'd be a good one to check out.
that definitely. Yeah, I think of February 7th. I
At
think it was.
T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Keep an eye.
let's
out
all
for that
go
one.
together.
Yeah,
go to
I would
that.
love that. That'd be great.
Yeah. What would you say your top 5 R&B or hip hop artists are? You can mix it up. Your
Top
playlist.
5 playlists. I'd say Lauryn Hill's definitely on there. I'd say Erykah Badu's on there. I'd say who else is on there? I'd say I listen to a lot of Marvin Gaye.
Mm. Yeah, Marty loves Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of Marvin Gaye. New age, but there's so much of him that I sort of resonate with other artists. But I listen to a lot of Frank Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Sade's on that list. Yeah. I could play her entire discography front to back and not skip a song. Sade is definitely on that list. And then as far as hip hop, I mean, I still listen to a lot of the classics.
Yeah, the old school hip hop.
Yeah, I love exploring new music,
Mm-hmm.
but I also really love listening to music that I just like love and have loved forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard, like how Spotify or even I think Apple Music, they do like every year they do a sort of Wrapped of like here's your
What
top
you've
10
listened
what you've
to.
listened to,
Yeah.
and every year mine's are pretty consistent. And people are like, oh, that's so cool. You listen to the same people, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, good music is good music. Every day of the week. So,
That's good.
so yeah. So I would say a lot of those are my top right now.
That's cool. Quick correction. Yeah, it's February 5th.
February 5th,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not sure what day that falls on.
Okay, I'll have
Yeah.
to check it out.
If you can get into a time machine and go back into any era because of music, where would you go? Even if you never, even if you've never been, I'd say you'd go back to Brooklyn, the '80s.
Yeah, even early '90s, like as
Yeah.
a young adult, like
Just to check it out.
just to check it out, like
Right.
just to see what like DJ sets are like.
Yeah. The
Honestly,
parties and the
Yeah,
streets.
it's
and,
either that.
See, and Dad got to see that
Yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah. They all got to.
Mom, Dad,
yeah, grew up in it.
Yeah, I would
It's-
love to hear stories from your dad too.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, I'd love to get him on.
He would
if
love that. He would absolutely love that. He's
Yeah.
got a lot of he's got some really exciting
Like-
stuff in the works. So
Yeah.
next time he's in town, you'll have to catch me. He would love that.
Is he still writing?
Yeah, he's writing. He is in the process. A lot of this is still in the works, but really exciting sort of progress. But he's writing an autobiography right now,
That's
Oh,
cool.
okay.
and then has some big plans to sort of turn it into a bigger sort of series. So
Oh.
more to come on that, but really
Cool.
exciting stuff in the
Look-
works.
looking
It
forward.
seems like there's more opportunity now with all of these streaming lines. Like
Yeah, definitely. I would say definitely. Definitely more opportunity. I think there's more sort of platforms
Yeah.
to push stuff out on.
Mhm.
I think for him, he's very his love of this music and New York
Mhm.
and all the things like it, this is sort of a passion project for him, and
Okay.
it's the thing that
Okay.
he I think like all of his career has sort of been working up to.
Okay.
And so he's committed to kind of doing it in a way to honor some of the greats,
Okay.
That's
and
cool.
by keeping them and bringing them
Mm.
onto the project. So it's going to be
Oh.
really exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exciting.
Yeah, we'll keep it there for you.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
not let
it'll be
any more out of
exciting.
the way. Yeah. Yeah. So let's go back to this trip that you just took to Japan, Tokyo, and what was the other?
Kyoto.
Kyoto.
Kyoto. Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you stay longer?
Um, Probably stayed maybe like a day or two longer in Kyoto, but about 50-50 split
Oh, okay.
between the two.
And would you say you had a good time?
I had a fantastic time. It
Yeah,
was well
it was a
needed.
blast.
It was
Yeah.
a worthwhile trip. Everything that they say about Japan and just like the hype of it and everything, from just sites that you can see, historical sites that you can see, and
Yeah.
the fashion and the music and the jazz bars and the record bars. They have a fantastic scene of record bars, where it's just you walk in and it's dim lighting and people are still smoking cigarettes or cigars
Oh, really?
inside, and they're
Mhm.
just turning records all night. So they have a really great scene for that too.
That's cool. Is there something that you really missed while you were gone?
Ooh,
Did you miss from home while you were in
I would say, I
Japan?
mean, one thing that is, I think, both like a beautiful thing about here and a thing that oftentimes
You take it
kind
for granted.
take for granted and just like gets us in trouble more than it
Oh.
should, or we don't appreciate as much as we should,
Mm-hmm.
is like Japan is a very homogenous country, so like there's not a whole lot of difference. It's you have your pockets, of course, of like um, foreigners or tourists or that sort of thing.
Uh huh.
You have much smaller sort of immigrant communities, or they're very strategically sort of placed in and around the city. And I don't love this term, but it's the best sort of thing that I can think of now. Is just like we are such sort of a hodgepodge and like melting pot
Mm-hmm.
of people and food and culture and
Yes.
just like things that you can walk down a street and see 7 different cuisines,
Uh-huh.
right?
Right.
Or like that is not so much the case there.
Mm.
Which I was fantastic to experience, and I there's so much of it that I really do appreciate. But it's different, it's different. And so I think
Mhm.
that's one of the things that I missed here is just like,
The
so many
individuality.
individuality and like there's so many different sort of options and whether it's food or whether it's different things you want to do. Like I think there it's I don't know, it's much more kind of structured in a way that
Yeah.
is not here's not like that. So I think that's something that I missed.
Okay. Do you miss Japan already?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I miss the speed of Japan.
Which is, what is that speed?
I think there's just a I think there's a more of an appreciation for like the little things and just like slowing down and like most places. So here, if you want to go get a coffee or pick up something, but you're crunched on time, you just pick it up to go and you're eating in the car, eating on your walk there. Like in Japan, everything is sort of about like the moment. So you're not and I mean you can't really eat on the go in the streets there. Like Japan is very clean. One of the
Oh.
cleanest cities I've ever been to.
Oh.
Really?
Despite there not being trash cans anywhere
Uh huh.
and like no street sweepers, like I could walk barefoot in the heart of Tokyo and like get home and the bottom of my feet be completely clean. And not worry about stepping on anything.
So if you were eating and you dropped a piece of sushi,
You can pick it up. There's
you
like
pick
a
it-
50-second rule there. No, but so like I do miss that, and just, yeah, I think everything is more about like being in the moment.
Uh-huh.
So if you're gonna go get a coffee somewhere, you're not gonna put it like you're not gonna get it in a to-go cup. You're gonna sit there with a cup of coffee, drink it,
Uh-huh.
and then when you're done, you're gonna go on your way. So like
Okay.
there's much sort of a I don't know. It's not as
Yeah.
it's not as they're not rushing.
We're a
from here to
society,
there.
yeah,
We're
where
just
we're always
constantly
just
moving.
moving, yeah,
Yeah.
going.
Yep,
Did,
yep.
Did
Yeah.
you have that whoa moment, like, whoa, they really do that here, or anything like that?
I had the moment on the trains, and the buses. You could hear pin drop. There's also a culture of like,
Mm.
I think it's just an etiquette thing and like a lot of respect for like people and their space and
Mm-hmm.
like everyone's quiet on the trains or the buses. You're not talking like it is. I mean, you could hear pin drop, and
It's
for
not like the subways or trains in New York.
no,
or-
and the crazy thing is like New York is a. I mean, you all have been in New York.
yeah.
New York is a city of about. This is a wild guess, so like don't quote me out, but I think it's maybe around 20 million people
Mm-hmm.
in New York. Tokyo is about double that,
Man.
and it's spotless. There's no people stand to get on the buses and the trains. They stand in a single file line, and one by one get on, and one by one get off.
There's no pushing. There's,
There's no
no
pushing, there's no
rude,
shoving.
nothing.
You pay
Every-
when
it's respectful,
you pay your
right?
fare when you get off off the train.
Oh, okay.
So like everyone or the bus. So like in New York, the way people already jump turnstiles and like
yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
You get on the train, you get on the bus. The bus takes you however long you're going to be on whatever stop you need to get off.
Mhm.
And when you get off the train or when you get off the bus, then you go up and you tap your phone or your card or whatever it is and
Mhm.
you pay your fare. I'm like if like and no shade to New York. I love New York. If that were New York, the amount of people that would just get off that bus and not pay.
Not pay. Yes.
Here even like
Right,
yeah.
but people are not paying. If you've already taken them to their destination and now telling them they can get off, like no one's paying.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just such a respect for like order.
Mm-hmm.
That I think both is like a society and a cultural thing, and I think is like probably a product of years of you know the way the country has operated like in the past.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that is all something that in the moment I was like, wow, like this is
Yeah.
different.
Mm-hmm.
This is really different. And it's hard to like envision like why is it that a sort of place like that
Yeah.
can do all these things and there's such a respect for like the environment and people and but like for some reason we can't quite get that
I
right.
can't figure it out.
and I don't know if some of it goes back to like talking about like you know living in a very homogenous place.
Uh-huh.
Like if that's some of it, if it's again decades of like the way in which a culture functions and
Right.
society functions and I'm sure there's so many factors.
Yeah. yeah.
But that was one thing where I was like, this is different.
Right.
Oh, I remember she was telling me something that their technology is way past us.
Mm-hmm.
And something about you can go and buy food and then it has this heat, this thing that
Yeah.
automatically warms up your food
Vending
right there.
machines.
Yeah.
There's vending machines on almost every corner.
Okay.
And the vending machines are not like, it's not like you can go in and, you know, get a Kit Kat or something. Like,
Uh-huh.
You're getting full meals.
okay.
Or I tried one that was, it was almost like a corn soup. Or you can get like hot lattes and whatever, and you push a button and it like comes out like boiling perfectly hot. Fantastic quality.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting drinks like that you can get out of the vending machine. You can get full like sandwiches or there's this thing called onigiris, which are basically like it's like a ball of rice, but usually can be stuffed with like salmon or roe or whatever the case may be. You can get things like that
And out of this vending machine.
out of these vending that are everywhere. Like,
Huh.
And I mean, Tokyo's a little different, at least in the main sort of downtown. But with Kyoto, like, there's really no sidewalks. Like in the in the very very busy parts of town, like yes, you'll have sidewalks, but for the most part, it's a lot of like smaller side streets.
Oh,
So you're
uh-huh.
sort of just walking on the side of the road, and then the cars are going. I'll also send you all some pictures, and you know if you want to insert those, you can too. But I mean, there's vending machines on like every corner, so you can walk out of your house and walk down the street and get a vending machine, or like the 7-Elevens there are fantastic.
Oh.
You can get everything on like 7-Elevens. If 7-Eleven decided to in the U.S. decided to go the route that 7-Elevens have in Japan, they would be filthy rich. It would be insane to see.
Really?
7-Elevens there are so advanced.
Are they?
And it's not just like it's a convenience store, but it's like a quality convenience
Oh,
store.
okay.
Can you get a big gulp
I don't
at a
think you can,
7-Eleven?
but you can make like there's like a smoothie making station where you buy like fresh fruits and stuff that are in these like plastic cups, and you can buy the cup. You can also buy these like cups of ice, and there's these machines you walk up to. You scan the little barcode on the drink that you've just purchased. You peel back the lid, like the plastic lid. You sit it in this machine. The machine takes it, and it creates like a smoothie out of everything that you just put in there. And then it spits it back out to you in the full smoothie form, and it's a fantastic smoothie.
Huh.
Oh, man.
It's so interesting. Like,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's
So there was a lot of wow moments then.
there's a lot of wow moments for
Yeah.
sure.
What was your main transportation?
The bus and train,
Bus and
all
train?
public trains, or just walking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
Yeah. I mean, did they have like taxis?
yes, and the
lifts and
lifts, taxis, Ubers, all spotless. The best Uber you've ever been in your life. All the doors are self-opening and self-closing.
Right.
You don't have to touch a door handle on anything.
Yeah. Are they up to the? You know how I guess there's some cities here in the U.S. that have those Waymos, the
Oh, the self-driving ones?
self-driving cars. Did
We
you
didn't see
anything
any
like
of
that?
those, no. But again, there's such a culture of like hospitality and service
Mhm.
that like I don't know yet. Some restaurants I know have kind of gone into like automated where you can use sort of different like robots or different things to like sort of deliver food, but services like that, I feel like there's such a culture of like service and
So,
hospitality.
like,
that it's
you see
people.
robots and stuff like that?
There were some at restaurants,
Yeah.
basically, or
But like the
little
ones
small...
that like just clean the floor and like I get amazed going to Quick Trip here in town.
Yeah,
There's a little box that's just cleaning the floor and then it stops to
There-
make sure you get by it. and
yeah. There were
it's-
some delivery ones. So
Oh, really?
like, which again, I don't know how you program a thing to do this in a city of almost 40 million people, but
Yeah.
it's rather than having like an individual who's door dashing, you like put the food in the robot, and the robot delivers the food, but it like knows where the sidewalks are, knows how to navigate traffic, and knows when the light changes for it to walk or not walk.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff like that I'm just like, yeah, how does this
And
work?
are the streets pretty busy like in the city like
In
like
Tokyo,
New York?
yeah.
Really?
In
And people
Tokyo,
just
yeah.
walking and
Yeah. Another fantastic thing that I think one day maybe we'll get there is their crosswalks don't just go 90 degree angles. Like they have diagonal crosswalks.
Oh.
So like
so instead of going
so rather than going
here,
this way and then this way, I could just walk this way.
yeah.
And the thing like rather than staggering the lights, so like, right, let's say this light turns green and then these people can walk, and then that one goes red and these people can walk. All the lights just go red and everybody can walk. And then all the lights go green and everyone stops walking. And it's illegal to jaywalk there, so like people follow the rules, like no, and I'm like, again, New York, I'm like, sorry,
Right,
sometimes it's a matter of like, if I take 4 big steps, I can be on the other side of the street, but like no one's gonna do it. People are gonna wait patiently, and like, 'cause I don't think anyone's in a rush, or if they are in a rush, like there's too much sort of mindfulness around. It's not my turn, so I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you see any other? I mean, I know there's other types of people that are there, but any other Americans? I mean, I don't know if you can tell that,
not as much as I thought. Saw a lot of like Australians, New Zealanders, which makes sense because proximity wise they're so close. A lot of people from the UK, and then a lot of maybe like Chinese tourists as well, but not as many like American tourists.
Being that it's football season here in the U.S., Anybody over there? Did you see any like jerseys or anybody
Um,
sporting team?
no, maybe
No.
some soccer ones, but people again, it's unless you can tell if someone's wearing something like that. Oftentimes they're like
Mhm.
a foreigner.
Mhm.
Um, People don't wear athlete. Another thing that would take some getting used to. People don't wear athleisure stuff like
Mhm.
out. Like forget the days of wearing like leggings or
Mhm.
like
Is everybody just professional?
Traditional clothing. It's just
yeah,
like
just maybe a
everyone
little bit
has a
more
certain.
modest.
Yeah.
Um, Professional and just like again, there's like a level of sort of the fashion element with Tokyo being such a city for like fashion is that like people are like athleisure stuff is stuff that you wear at home to be comfortable, but you're not
Mhm.
necessarily wearing it
Yeah.
out. Like
Mhm.
How
if you're,
about how about homeless? Any no homeless people
I didn't
or
see in Kyoto.
panhandlers out?
In Kyoto, I didn't see any. In Tokyo, maybe I saw. I could probably count on one hand
Mhm.
the number that I saw. And again, granted, like this is just my trip from sort of my perspective, so I'm sure there's probably tons more, and maybe I just didn't see them.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're the only folks that I saw really were folks that I could sort of tell were in like mental health crisis,
Oh.
who were sort of on the street. Um, but again, most things there, as far as like drugs, all that stuff, is super heavily regulated.
Mhm.
So at least from like a first eye view or bird's eye view perspective, like
Yeah.
there just wasn't a lot of that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of that.
So then, in terms of people standing out, other than the tourists, did you see any people dressed like the anime,
Um,
where like girls literally look like dolls and things like that, right?
yeah,
Green hair, pink hair,
you
and all of
see
that.
quite a bit of that.
You do, okay.
You see quite a bit of that. In Tokyo, especially, Kyoto still has a pretty significant uh, what is the word I want to use for it? They have a pretty significant sort of tradition of geisha culture
Oh, okay.
in Kyoto that you still very much saw.
Mm-hmm.
Not a ton, but still very much prevalent. And then Tokyo, yeah, I think you get that like anime sort of
Yes.
influence.
Yes.
As a part of sort of fashion and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the way people exist. Yeah,
How,
definitely.
Okay.
how about this question? How many One Piece stores did you see while going around Tokyo?
Quite a bit.
What
Yeah.
What'd you say? One Piece stores?
One Piece is the most popular manga in the world,
Yeah,
created in Japan. It's a big thing there in
huge,
Japan.
huge. Yeah, quite a bit of stores, and you walk in and like it. I mean, it. You could spend hours in these stores.
Hmm.
There's so much to see. There. Yeah. I have no quite words for like what that experience was like. Even walking into the Pokemon Center,
Oh,
I was like,
uh-huh.
oh my goodness! Like I've just entered a whole new realm
Oh,
that
really?
I never thought I would
Mhm.
experience. That what else?
Did
The
you visit
Godzilla store.
Nintendo?
Yeah, Nintendo. So Nintendo is headquartered in Kyoto. But of course, a lot of Nintendo in Tokyo as well. I even went to a lot of flea markets,
Oh.
which is one of the reasons I planned the trip. Sort of when I did is there were some like monthly flea markets that happened,
Mm-hmm.
and there were so many of those where you could walk into and like literally every generation of Nintendo like
Mm-hmm.
you could find, and it was pretty. Most things are pretty cheap. I think the conversion rate was like for every dollar you get maybe 155 yen or
Oh,
so, and that takes you pretty far.
Okay.
So
So yeah. So how did you make it with communication, and did you learn some Japanese while you were there?
I learned like very basic stuff to get me by.
Uh-huh.
I would say for the most part, another thing that like I think just we we as like a U.S. society are not as like advanced around as like people knowing second languages. I think in other countries, like it is more frequent than not that like people know more than one language. And from a young age, like you're either attending schools or just like, I think English. We're really fortunate in that English is just kind of like the business language of the world.
Right.
So
you were able to use.
So you were able to use, or it was like there was enough where like I could say something in English to convey enough of what I needed to, and someone could say something back to me in Japanese, and I can get the gist of like what they were trying to say back. That you can kind of go back and forth like that.
Go ahead, Chris.
In the Japanese school system, their children actually learn English in classes.
Yeah.
So it's a required course in Japanese schools.
And a lot of people too are like eager to sort of practice their English. And so like even if you sort of lean into like, no, like what can I do to sort of communicate in Japanese, like I think people appreciate like the basics, the hellos, the thank yous, the excuse me's, saying that in Japanese, but are often like okay with, you know, being in a situation where they can practice their English too.
Yeah.
Being in those flea markets, did you find anything interesting?
I found a bunch of stuff.
That's why you needed that extra suitcase,
I
right?
I bought an extra suitcase to get me home. I found a lot of stuff in the flea markets. I was mainly after like a lot of ceramics. I mean, Japan is world class when it comes to their just ceramics and craftsmanship. So a lot of stuff like that. I bought some artwork. Various artwork that I bought.
Do you have some show and tell stuff that you?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, wait. What about this Godzilla store? Tell me about that.
So, Godzilla is. There's a whole Godzilla head in the heart of Tokyo that's like
dope.
In between all these buildings. I mean, you know the history.
I mean,
of Godzilla.
I grew up watching Godzilla and.
So I bought a couple goodies. I bought this in addition to your just fantastic podcast studio. That's for you.
Oh.
What?
Oh, thank you.
So
it's a guy. Okay.
It's a Godzilla from the Godzilla store. Again, they have like every
That's so funny.
Every edition of Godzilla that you can find, so you can take it. It's
Really?
just like a little figurine.
Okay.
So I figured you can display that somewhere.
Oh, definitely. Thank you.
Of course. So I found this. I found this mainly because I was thinking of you. So this I found at a flea market. It's called a kendama. And it's a traditional Japanese like toy.
Okay.
Kind of similar to like the ball in the hole thing
Yeah.
that we do.
Oh man, I can't remember. I don't know what those are called in Spanish. But.
And so these these probably came to Japan, I would say, like in the Edo period, so like 16 something or other. And there's this guy at the flea market, and he's like, you know, a lot of the traditional ones were made out of wood, and like the newer ones they don't necessarily often make out of wood anymore. And so this is one that he was selling, and the cool part is like the way it kind of works, and different than most is this is a two-sided one.
Yeah, you can either.
So you are meant to either catch it here, here, or here. And it started off as sort of like an adult like game, hand-eye coordination, and now a lot of kids play it in Japan.
Oh, really?
So you saw kids play
walking around
a lot
just...
of kids a lot of kids play it in Japan, and you can sort of when you unwind it all the way, the harder it gets.
Okay.
And if you want to start off easier, you can do it, this way, wrap it up a little bit and play it that way. But I mean, there's been like a whole
That's pretty cool.
This sort of game in particular, like it's like exploded around the world. So many people, there's like tournaments and like
really
things that people do to play this game. You'll have to look it up at some point, but it's pretty cool. And you like,
well, you can really knock somebody out with this.
Yeah, and
now you're like knock yourself out.
So typically when you start it, you start by swinging it up, and then you catch it one way, you flip it the other way, and then you're supposed to catch it on the
clank, clank,
yes.
Clank, 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 clank. Chris, you want to try this?
That's cool.
I'm good.
So I got those.
Okay, so real quick,
Look how good I am, Chris.
You're doing simple. That's easy. Getting on the freaking sides is easy. The
Oh,
real
okay,
skill
like
is
this?
Oh, you need this one?
Yeah.
Kids.
Oh, shit. Whoops.
See?
you hit.
You're going to break something.
My applause button came on.
So I got those. There's a bunch of stuff in here.
Yeah.
got a
So,
bunch-
did you actually see kids outside playing, or
Yeah,
is
I-
it like our kids here and everybody's inside on a phone?
Kids are outside playing, and the cutest thing about the kids is like, I think it's a way of sort of telling them apart by grade level. They all wear these little hats, and the hats are color coded, and
Oh.
to tell what grade they're in.
Uh huh.
And they're like, you know, the kid from Up, how he had the little
Yes.
cute little hat.
Uh-huh.
Their hats like that, and they're all different colors.
Oh.
And so you'll just see kids sort of running around, and like I don't know what the colors stood for, but they
Uh-huh.
all have on a different color unless
Was
they're
it like
sort
a
of in the
visor
same
that
class.
he wore? Was it a visor and then it was
I
a
think it was
different color? I can't remember.
I think it was maybe like a little ball cap, like a
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a little
yeah,
Oh, it
yeah.
was just a
orange
little
ball.
baseball. Yeah,
It was like
Yeah.
a little baseball
because
cap,
he would what was he?
Boy
Chris?
Scout.
Oh yeah, Boy Scout. That's right.
but they're kind of like the little flat and like
Yeah.
they're
Okay.
just they're so cute. So a lot of kids out playing, like lots of the games where I don't know what they're called. Like it's not a nursery rhyme. That's not the word I'm looking for. Sort of like song games where you're outside and there's whether it's like little patty cake or
Oh,
something like
okay.
that. Like there's a lot of
Uh huh.
you can always tell. Yeah, you can always tell where the schools are because you can hear the kids like,
Oh.
singing.
It's
Okay.
kind of like
Um,
what's the game that a lot of girls would play with the
Jump
with
rope.
with the jump ropes, the
Double Dutch.
double dutch, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Chris, this is for you.
What is that?
Why don't you come over here?
Okay, I just have it on widescreen, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Come over
That's
here and
okay.
see what Top brought you.
That's for you because I heard about your just admiration for anime and the One Piece stores, and so I got you a few things that I hope you enjoy. He's like, "What is this?"
I know.
Mic check, is that on, Chris? Check that mic.
An issue of Shonen Jump? How am I supposed to know if the mic is on?
Well, I'm asking if you talking to it and I can hear you.
Well, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're good.
fine.
And so the cool thing about Japanese too is the books they read the opposite way. So that was an edition that I actually found at a flea market. Some guy was like, "Hey," well, he had a bunch of stuff, but started talking to him about that.
Oh no, the dog.
Not the dog, not Dallas. Started talking to him about that and just thought it was a cool addition, so found that. And again, I bought a couple books even though I can't read them. I love that the
Yeah.
pages open opposite,
Uh huh.
and I think just Japanese writing is like
Dope.
so beautiful to look at. It's so like artistic in the best way.
Yeah.
And so yeah, thought it was a cool addition, and
Yeah.
figured someone needed to have it.
I'm
So that's
confused
almost-
about what this is because I recognize this character is used a lot to represent the author of the series because he's incredibly private about his face, so it's never shown.
Interesting.
But I can't tell what the heck this is about because I don't read Japanese.
I know.
Well, figure it out, Chris.
But
You can
hopefully
learn
that's
Japanese.
like the cool thing about, again, I bought so many books and I'll never be able to read them, but I'm going to flip through the pages.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's kind of cool.
I may have to borrow that just to show it off at
Yeah.
school to
Or
my kids.
You can, the Google Translate app or Google app,
Oh yeah.
you can just
Take-
hold
take a
your
picture
phone
of
over
it,
it and you
yeah.
can see it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what else is
got,
in.
Chris? What else is in there?
Ooh, a shirt.
Yeah,
think.
it is. And again, everything in Japan is
Open
petite.
A
it.
shirt of
Take it out
Luffy.
of there.
Everything is petite in Japan. So
You got
Like-
the
So you
large.
kinda had to
I had to size up on everything.
I know.
So truly, the people there, everyone is petite.
Petite.
Mm-hmm.
Build very like up and down.
Oh, cool.
Big shirt. Dang.
Yeah. So I
That's going to
figured
fit you.
you could always shrink it,
Yeah,
but you can't make it
Yeah.
bigger.
that's true.
Dude, you got an XL?
I
Okay,
did.
I'll wear it, Chris.
I did.
That's pretty cool.
I couldn't tell. There wasn't a big enough difference between like the medium and large.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
was like, again, you can always
Your
shrink
best,
it.
yeah.
You can't make it bigger. And then I think there was something. The shirt came with, I don't know what that is either, but I can't read it either. So
It's like something. One of the gears. What? I think it's like trading cards,
that could
Or
be very
something.
well it.
and they show off.
You've got original stuff from Japan.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it's in another package.
Maybe there's a piece
Oh
of
yeah,
gum
they
with it.
they package everything individually, but yet there's no trash anywhere.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
Okay, it's like pin. I think
Is
it's
that
a
what
pin.
it is?
Okay.
I
Is-
think.
Is it a character, an anime character?
Well, yeah, it's Monkey D. Luffy. It's the main character.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you watch the live action One Piece just so you get some understanding.
So it's
of
called
what-
One Piece?
I want to watch
One
it too.
Piece.
You said a
One
live
Piece.
action?
There's a live
Nope.
action?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
don't-
a year
Oh, you're right,
ago,
you're right, you're right.
they made
I
the
didn't know
live
that.
action. It
Okay.
covers the beginning of the story.
You were watching something they were playing volleyball. Was that same thing?
No, that's Haikyuu.
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't know that? I didn't know that.
That's a whole different series.
I have no
I was
idea.
I was out at my element in all these stores,
Right,
but I
yeah.
also was fascinated at the same time.
That's cool.
Yep.
All right, what do you say, Chris?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Todd.
Of course.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then the cool part, and we don't have to go through all of these at least on camera, but I bought some fun snacks.
Oh.
Ooh, here we
Okay,
go.
so
Japanese
we haven't even
snacks.
touched food
We haven't even touched food.
Yeah,
You
we're
were
going to
okay.
talk about food.
with all the different types
Yeah.
of food.
I'm a pretty adventurous eater.
So now you got me out of
Um,
the picture. No. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Good job.
Oh, did you move the camera to get me in shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't consent to that.
Or at least I always live by the motto of like, I will
Oh, I
try
see, it's a
anything
little
once,
Mm.
anything. Like, and if I don't like it, I don't like it, and I never have to eat it again.
Mm-hmm.
But I will go into any and every situation willing to try something
Okay.
once.
Good for you, Todd.
Because I'm
It's-
not that. I'm the opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm
Chris,
like,
same
well,
way.
the odds of me ever trying it again are probably slim. So like,
Mhm.
now's my opportunity, and at least I
Okay.
can say I had it.
Okay.
So food was great. I mean, obviously the best ramen that you can get anywhere. Fantastic sushi.
Mm.
Fantastic sushi. I had this duck ramen that was like unreal. The broth was so good, and you could customize like whether you wanted a piece of duck breast or duck thigh with the ramen. That was
Really?
great. Sushi again, fantastic, very fresh.
What would you say? Coming home now? What was the best thing you had there?
The best thing I had there, that duck ramen was fantastic.
Yeah.
I would say that I don't know if I can pick a best thing.
No. But you said the noodles were really, really
The
good.
noodles were all fantastic, yeah. Noodles fantastic. The one cuisine that they did have a lot of there, shockingly, was Italian food.
Really?
And so we tried Italian food 2 places, and it was great. They say typically like a lot of Japanese chefs, there's such sort of an artistry to being a chef, no matter where you're from or where you're learning.
Mhm.
But it's very common for a lot of Japanese chefs to sort of go study the culinary art somewhere else, in a different country or whatever, and then bring back the cuisine and the recipes and essentially like one up it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so everything was really good. A dish that I did really love that's definitely in my top 3
Mhm.
is it's called like omi rice, and it's on typically on some sort of bed of rice. They create this sort of like the fluffiest, runniest like little omelet,
Uh-huh.
and they sit it on top of the rice and take, Japan's also known for like its cutlery and like fantastic knives. They cut it open and it sort of just like falls over the bed of rice, and it's this sort of like eggy, runny. It's like, yeah, like a runny egg over rice,
Mhm.
and then top it with this sort of brown. Like I don't know what the base of the sauce is.
Maybe like a hollandaise sauce?
No, it's not. It's more like richer than the hollandaise, and it's
Okay.
kind of like a dark sauce, like some sort of
Mm.
maybe beef sauce or something like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
And then, so you can just have it like that, or you can get wagyu on the top of it. And again, Japan's known for their like cuts of wagyu, like steak or beef. And so, they perfectly slice the steak and put it on top, and then put some more sauce on it. And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was so good. So yeah, I mean, food wise, like.
So when I asked you earlier, what did you miss about? Do you miss the food?
I did miss the food. I miss the food You have way more options here.
Yeah.
You know, you can go get Thai food. You can go get Mexican food. You can go get Italian food. You can have a different cuisine almost every night.
Did you
of
say
the week.
Mexican food?
Here.
Oh,
here,
Not over there.
Okay.
Not over there.
Italian, yes.
Yes, okay,
Italian.
that's why I
No,
got
I'm sorry.
confused.
Here, you can go get any cuisine.
All right.
You
Yeah.
can have a different food every night of the week if you wanted to.
Yeah.
True.
There, I mean, there's just not as many options. So the food was great. Japan's also known for their really like street culture kind of food. So a lot of like either like food stalls or vendors and those are the places that get like really
So we have
unique.
We have taco trucks here. They have noodle trucks over there.
Yeah, you can get there's noodle trucks. There's like fresh fish trucks. They're almost like these rice cakes that everyone was getting. And I tried one there, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a rice cake, but they take either like a fish of some sort. Some people took lobster, and they like dry it out and then flatten it into the rice cake. So it's almost like the rice cake with like a whole fish flattened inside the rice cake. So it has sort of like a fishy taste, whether it's the fish or the lobster, the rice cake sort of takes on that flavor. That, a lot of fried octopus.
Yeah. What was the most wildest thing you tried? If any. Like octopus would be wild for Sandy.
Yeah.
Sandy won't do it.
So the dried fish
Live a little.
thing was interesting. One of the things, so this will probably be the wildest thing.
All right, Sandy, you're trying this first.
You'll try. So, and this kind of gets back into the it's literally
Are those little baby crabs?
little crabs that they dry out,
I have crickets over there.
and you eat the whole thing like that.
The whole thing, shell and all?
Yes.
What?
You eat them like you would eat like nuts or like chips of some sort. And they're dried out, and people were gobbling these things up.
Oh, really?
And so
Yeah, well,
You can
definitely
try
have to
one.
Check that out. I'm gonna open it up. Oh, you can open it up.
Hey, Dallas, over here.
So those are super interesting. A lot of fish snacks.
Sit.
This is sardine skins that also people ate a lot of. So those are going to be interesting. And then these are probably the weirdest things I'm not going to say weird. I'm going to say the most unique, different things that we don't have here.
Oh, cool.
So these are a brand of Pringles, and it's called Toboyaki. I want to say I'm probably butchering that
Yeah,
pronunciation.
it sounds right.
But these are like the fried octopus balls that they eat a lot of. The Pringles are fried octopus flavored.
Chris, you're definitely gonna have to. Chris loves Pringles.
I don't like sour cream Pringles, and you think I'm gonna eat the ones that taste like octopus?
So there are these as well. And then I've got some like fun sweet stuff.
Here, you can help me here. I have a knife.
Yeah, that's better. But those are the unique. Oh, and we've got some wasabi pistachios.
Oh.
Wasabi pistachios.
Like
Pistachios? How do you say it? Pistachios.
There's like a
Pistachios.
million different flavors of Kit Kats in Japan. You can get cantaloupe ones, matcha ones. This is a blueberry cheesecake one.
Chris, you're gonna have to try to take this to school with you tomorrow.
Wait, I don't go to school.
Oh, that's right.
If I'm gonna try octopus, it's gonna be authentic takoyaki.
It's going to be what?
Authentic takoyaki.
Well, you got to try one for the show, Chris. For the
Try one for the
show.
show.
For the show.
And then this is a cool seasoning that they use on a lot of stuff that I brought back. That is spicy. But it's like an
Ooh.
interesting flavor. It's an interesting like flavor of spice.
Mhm.
That'll be cool to try. A lot of people put it over like rice or
Yeah,
eggs
yeah,
or
yeah.
things
Do
like
you,
that.
are you a spicy person? Do you
Yeah,
like spice?
I love spice.
Cool. Yeah.
Did you eat one?
Nope.
Everyone's gonna try one at the same time.
Yeah, I'm laying it out for you.
Yeah. Todd, so did you try these while you were over there, Todd?
What?
Any of this
No,
stuff?
no, no.
did you-
These are weighted for you.
Oh, okay.
So all
I,
together.
I tried some other unique stuff, but
Ooh,
these
I'm
ones
excited to try the spicy stuff.
these ones really threw me off when I saw the eyeballs in them. Still,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we can eat crickets, I have crickets over there that we've had.
you got one?
Oh yeah, I think I have one right here.
Ooh, the smell.
I know. That's I was like, oh, the smell.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the eyeballs is what really threw me for a loop.
These
Wait, what'd you try
These
first,
crickets
son?
don't have eyeballs.
Yeah, those
No,
are like
no.
those are ones that you put on your
Did
salads.
you try this one?
Hey,
you tried the
let's
sardine?
try this one first. The sardine. Did you have get?
No, no, I'll get one of them.
There you
Why are you coughing?
go. Wait.
Which one are you trying? Is that the sardine?
Yeah.
Mm,
No,
tasty.
it was good. I like it.
You would like it.
Oh, okay. It's better now. The first
Yeah, there's a.
bite kind of flew back through my off guard.
It has like a little sweetness to
It's
it.
a little
I
sweet.
think, right?
It's like a little honey.
Yeah. It's got some. It's actually pretty damn. Whoa. Wait. Okay, let's try this one.
Which one is that one?
Little Mr. Krabs.
Where's yours, Mario?
I didn't grab them.
Well, grab one. They're right there.
Here. I gave that one to me.
I pulled the juicy one for you.
Here, then I'll take that one.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ready? Christian?
No.
All right. Sandy, yeah.
No, thank you.
You're shaking your head, Mod?
Same thing. It's got a little sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get one of the claw pieces?
Really fishy. You know.
Oh,
Tastes like the ocean.
Wow. Exactly. Yeah. Tastes like we're standing oceanside. You get this whiff of the ocean.
It tastes like the ocean smells.
Yes, that's the way to put it. Wow.
It's really in my teeth. Mm-mm.
You guys have enough to drink?
Yeah. At least a little swig.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now the Pringle chip.
hand this back to Todd so she grab it.
Okay, again, and it's the Pringles are
Grilled octopus.
grilled,
Grilled
octopus
octopus.
Pringles. Chris.
No.
Chris.
No.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Pringles. Ugh.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. That one probably tastes better than the other ones.
This is turning into a mukbang.
If I'm gonna, Sandy, try the Pringle.
I'm good.
Just try it.
It's
Dang.
really not bad.
Yeah, you can too.
And then
Chris, try the Pringle.
I'm good.
Or what if you and Mom break one in half?
I'm
Just
good.
take
we'll try one of these, and then we'll get to the better stuff.
Oh, there's more.
Wasabi pistachios.
See, Sandy, there's nothing.
Did you do any fast food, any McDonald's or anything?
Yeah, I did McDonald's.
Because it's different.
Taste different?
Yeah, did McDonald's. I mean, it was like good quality McDonald's.
Oh, really?
Food standards there are impeccable.
Mhm.
And then KFC,
Oh, really?
they make a mean fried chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It was good.
Nice.
What is this?
It's a
Wasabi pistachio.
Wasabi pistachio. Ready?
What's wrong, Mario?
That tastes.
It tastes good.
It's
Not bad.
not bad. I like wasabi though.
Ooh, so do I.
I love wasabi.
Okay, so you eat sushi, right?
Yes,
So you put wasabi on your sushi,
absolutely.
and so I've had people ask me why I do it this way, but I have to use my finger, put it in wasabi, and then I just spread it on top of the sushi, and then I dip it in the soy.
Soy sauce.
Yeah, what's the correct way to apply wasabi onto
So,
sushi? Would you say?
The common way that I saw is that people put the wasabi inside this. So, like, you have the little
The roll.
the block of rice. Well, so if it's the roll, you can put it on top. But a lot of what I ate was like the sashimi, so where it's like the rice, and then it has sort of like a filleted piece of fish on top.
Okay, yeah, okay.
In that method, you sort of have the rice, you put a little bit of the wasabi, and then you lay the fish over the wasabi.
How do you put the wasabi on there? You use your hand?
I use chopsticks.
Chopstick. Okay, you chopstick.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that was it for 17 days. I don't think I picked up a fork once.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Every meal, chopsticks.
Good for you. So you went in knowing how to use the chopsticks, right?
Yeah.
I still have trouble. I have to put the rubber band on. and
Yeah.
stuff.
They won't even give you a fork most places.
Not at all.
Yeah. You'll have to, if you need one, you gotta figure out how to actually
Yeah.
have a fork.
And then, and then if you eat a soup, you use a spoon, right? Or no,
Chopsticks.
you still use
Well,
the chopstick
it-
while eating the soup?
Well, if it's a ramen, you have like a
Yes.
spoon.
No, I'm just talking like a
Like a
miso
regular soup?
Yeah,
Yeah, you probably have one of those big like
Yeah,
spoons.
those round.
big
like
dip-
ceramic
Uh-huh.
ones. that-
Yeah.
Yeah. Or plastic.
Here's
but-
my
yeah.
thing. What I think they should do is take chopsticks and make them into straws. The chopstick, a straw. That way you can sip your soup.
Sip your soup.
After you're done using your chopsticks.
Yeah,
to get
you
your-
can use your chopsticks
noodles.
and then you can.
What's that show? Shark Tank. Is
Yeah.
that what
Oh
it's called?
yeah.
That bring it to Shark Tank.
Let's go.
One thing that's interesting there too is
Let me have
the
another
culture of like slurping. Like when you eat,
Oh yeah.
it's actually like a sign of respect.
Yes.
No, there.
Yeah.
A sign of respect in that you've enjoyed your meal.
Yeah.
And are enjoying your meal to slurp
Mm-hmm.
your ramen or soup.
Whereas it would be rude for us. Here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you like that? You like eating the eyeballs?
That was just
the claw.
claw. The claw. Again,
That's
it's-
not bad.
it tastes like what you smell out in the ocean.
And then to cleanse your palate, hopefully this is better. I'm not sure if any of you are fans of matcha. I love a matcha.
Yeah. Oh, they're in packs. Okay.
Yeah. Again, everything's packaged individually.
Oh, they're Kit Kats.
They're little They have so many flavors of Kit Kats.
Is that
Sandy?
a Japanese candy?
Not like a regular Kit Kat.
Here, I'll throw her one.
Just a
Sandy.
Like a Kit Kat that you can buy here.
Uh-huh.
But rather than just like your milk chocolate flavor, you've got matcha, you've got cantaloupe, you've got
I'll try.
I saw some wasabi ones.
I'll try the half
okay.
of yours.
I saw wasabi ones. I saw
So what's this flavor of Kit Kat?
this is matcha Kit Kat.
Matcha Kit Kat.
Yep.
I already know what matcha is.
What, it's green?
Green tea.
Oh, okay. Oh, matcha. Yeah. Thank you. This is cool. Chris? Kit Kat?
No.
Green Kit Kat.
No, even more.
Kind of tastes like a regular Kit Kat.
Yeah.
If
A little
wanna
bit of the
visit
matcha.
Japan, you have to try all this stuff now.
Yeah,
so
Chris, if
know.
you want, yeah, that's true. Good, yeah, good, Mario, good question or good, it's just
Observation.
observation.
I'll do it with Marcos.
You think Marcos? Yeah, Marcos would go.
Or you're gonna starve while you're there?
No. I could eat their ramen.
Yeah, he likes ramen.
No.
Good. There's good ramen. I'm trying to think of other meals that I. Yeah, I ate a lot of ramen and sushi. Honestly, it was like when in Japan,
What?
eat ramen and sushi.
Yeah. Did you follow the breakfast? Oh yeah. So what'd you have for breakfast? What's a good breakfast meal to have that you had there?
The omi rice thing with the sort of omelet, egg, and wagyu.
Okay.
That you can have. I feel like for breakfast most days, like, sort of just got up and like went and got a coffee somewhere or a matcha. And the one thing that they do fantastic is just like bread. The bread there, whether it's toast or like if you order like you can get like a French toast from a coffee shop or somewhere. But it's not like a French toast here where it comes with syrup. It's just a really good piece of sort of like toast. And usually it comes with some sort of jam on it.
Oh, okay.
And then you put the jam on the French toast.
Okay.
So that, a lot of like, they do a lot of peanut butter and banana toast places.
Oh, okay.
Was there any Starbucks?
There were Starbucks. I didn't go to any Starbucks,
Okay,
but there were.
there were
There's
some.
a big Starbucks reserve in Tokyo.
Because you said you saw McDonald's,
Yep, McDonald's.
Taco Bell's.
No Taco Bell.
But do you see the KFC?
McDonald's, KFC, Starbucks. They had a TGI Fridays
Oh,
in the heart of Tokyo, and a Denny's.
Denny's, okay.
Denny's. Yeah.
okay.
And I,
Why? I don't know, but they were
'cause
there.
I don't know if we still have TGI Fridays here
I don't
or
know.
Denny's. I think all the Denny's are gone too, right?
Yeah.
There is a Denny's somewhere?
What?
No, there's one in Merriam? Oh.
So, what time did your day start, and then how? When does the city close down? Like, when does?
My day probably started around like, I would say most places didn't open till about 10 or 11, which is pretty,
Oh.
similar. But was waking up early just because it took me a while to get the time, get the time difference right. So I was probably waking up at like 6
Okay.
or 7 in the morning. And then would kind of just lounge until like the first coffee shop nearby or something would open, or matcha shop, and would do that. And then I would say Kyoto, like it felt like things sort of closed down a little bit earlier. Tokyo, I mean, similar, like another city that just never sleeps. Like,
Oh, really?
so things were open pretty late.
Was there like a Times Square, but in Tokyo?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking the same
there
thing. Like
is.
these tall skyscrapers.
There's
and-
exactly a time. It's
Big
literally
video
Times Square,
screens
and there's a the district that it's in is called Shibuya, and it's sort of a famous crossing, the Shibuya crossing, which is sort of right in the heart of that Times Square. There's one of those, the crosswalks on the side, and then there's a diagonal crosswalk, and I think it's like the largest crosswalk. I don't know if it's the largest in like width or just like the length of the crosswalk, probably in the world maybe. And that is like a popular sort of spot that people like flood to. And the minute the light turns, like the crosswalk light says go, people will sprint to try and get to the middle of the crosswalk so they can take a photo before the hundreds of thousands of other people
Yeah.
get in the
okay.
middle of the crosswalk.
Uh-huh.
So I've got some funny videos over in that area of just like
That's cool.
videoing people
Yeah.
sprinting through the crosswalk.
Yeah.
You didn't do it? You didn't sprint?
No, I walked through it, but I didn't sprint through it.
No.
At the time, you're elbow to elbow and like
Okay.
Really?
thousands
so
of
was
people.
Kyosho more of a traditional Kyoto? More of a traditional homes?
Yeah, I would say so. It's still a very popular sort of tourist place to be. But Kyoto at one point was the
yes, I was reading that.
was the capital of
Mhm.
Japan, and then I can't remember which emperor moved it to Tokyo, the prefecto in Tokyo. But it still has very much like the architecture of Kyoto is very different than Tokyo. I think Tokyo is very similar to sort of another major metropolitan tall buildings,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
and Kyoto not that much at all. Everything's pretty like low to the ground.
Okay. Uh-huh.
A lot of like neighborhoods feel a little bit more, they're just slower speeds,
Yeah,
quieter.
okay.
So the architecture is very different between the two,
Yeah. Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
Did you eat sushi? Did you?
Mhm.
Yeah, quite a bit of it.
Quite a bit of sushi. I love sushi, so
Yeah.
if
How is it compared to the sushi we get here?
I mean, I don't think you can compare.
Nah,
qual-
Yeah,
the-
right.
the-
That's true. You can't
the qual-
compare.
and I mean, it's similar to like even here, like the seafood that you eat closer to the coast is going to be a little bit better than eating it landlocked.
Okay.
So fantastic, like fresh fish. There.
Mm.
Good stuff.
Did you see any traditional entertainment or any geisha girls or I don't know any?
Saw a few geishas walking around in some parts of Kyoto. Again, that culture's still very prevalent in Kyoto.
Uh-huh.
And then, funny enough, back to the connection with like music in Japan, there was it was some sort. So this past Monday that I was there is a national holiday, like a culture day, in Japan. So everyone gets the day off, and it's usually like a day to sort of celebrate the arts. So whether it's all the museums are free or different sort of traditional performances, and I was actually walking back from. I think I was walking back from like the Pokemon Center, and there was sort of this outdoor like festival going on, and there were some people sort of getting ready to like do some different dances. There was sort of like a line of kids who were all sort of lining up to do some dances, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop and just kind of see what happens. And this one group was finishing, and they were doing more of sort of like a traditional dance, and the next group up were these three girls who maybe looked like they were in maybe 5th grade or so. And I remember the first thing I noticed about them, they were wearing khaki pants, these like crisp white tees, and flannels like tied around their waist.
Okay.
And so I saw it and I was like, that looks like a very sort of stereotypical like Cali, like Snoop Dogg sort of like look. I'm like, so what's about to happen? They get up, their turn starts, the music starts, and of all songs that could play, it's 50 Cent's Hate It or Love It. And they do a dance to this song. And I remember sitting there, and I'm sure my jaw was like on the ground because I'm like, this is the most like interesting shift that like at this sort of traditional festival. These girls are getting up and doing this sort of dance that's obviously very much inspired by American rap music.
Yeah.
And of all people, it's 50 Cent.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool.
So it's pretty funny.
Were they good dancers?
Yeah, they were good. They had a whole routine, and
Yeah.
we're doing good. It's fun.
Nice.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of great events like that. Did a lot of the sort of bigger temples and shrines.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Buddhist temples there.
Mostly Buddhist temples. Some that were dedicated to like shogun or samurais or the emperors. Did sort of a tour of the imperial palace and imperial gardens, and that was great to see.
Okay.
It's also just amazing how like old things are there. You know, like you're looking at stuff that's been around for literally centuries and is still so well maintained, and it like that's the part that sometimes blows me away is like looking at things and really seeing like in some ways like that's it feels like the closest that you can get to sort of time traveling.
True.
It's like standing next to something that you're like, this has been around since like 600 BCE. Like,
That's wild.
Yeah. Were you guys on a schedule every day? Like you guys planned out everything, or you just kind of winged it as you went?
we tried not to plan too much stuff for one day. Maybe we had like one big thing, like we're gonna go to sort of this like temple this day, and then maybe we'll do dinner. But try not to plan it so it felt like we were rushing from thing to thing, and to like give us time to just pivot if something came up that we wanted to do instead. So yeah, I tried to keep it to like maybe one or two things a day, and then the rest of the day just kind of see where it took us.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you see any police officers,
Not
fire trucks, any?
Fire trucks, yes. There's a lot of construction going on. In Tokyo.
Okay,
So really the only sort of police I saw were like people who were kind of directing like car and foot traffic to like make way for the construction vehicles.
Okay.
Is there more car traffic or foot traffic?
I would say both.
Both.
There's a lot of foot traffic. Thankfully, you know, in a city that big with public transit as good as it is, most people take public transit. But still a lot of cars.
Don't they have a certain I don't know what it's called, but a rocket type subway type?
Yeah, they're bullet trains.
Yeah,
bullet
the
train. There
bullet
you go.
train.
That
yeah,
one.
the Shinkansen train took that from
Did
Tokyo
you?
to Kyoto. Yeah.
Oh, you did.
And
Okay.
You honestly can't tell how fast it's moving, like when you're on it.
Doesn't
Like,
even feel
you're
like it's
kind of
moving,
sitting
or-
on it, and you're like, this just feels like a regular train.
Yeah.
And then you can look up like the speed that you're going. And
Oh.
you're going some I don't know, 500 miles per hour. Or
Oh
something.
my
That's crazy,
goodness.
yeah.
Oh,
Wild.
wow. Yeah,
So, but it doesn't feel like that when you're sitting on it, thankfully.
Yeah.
because you took that from,
Kyoto to Tokyo.
and how long was that?
Maybe about 2 hours. Just took it there and then was able to do local like transit for a few day trips. I went to Enoshima Island, which is about an hour and a half
Mm-hmm.
south of Tokyo. Got to see some pretty great views of Mount Fuji there.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I think I saw one of your pictures. Yes, yes, yes.
That was a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be able to see it there.
Uh-huh.
Because we weren't necessarily heading in the right direction to be able to see it, or so I thought.
Uh-huh.
And they typically say you can only really see it on a like super clear day.
Mm-hmm.
But got off the train and like just so happened to sort of like, it's one of those moments that I feel like will forever be stamped kind of in my mind, where I got off the train and like was just sort of beelining in the direction that I knew I had to go, and something like out of the corner of my eye, just like when something just like slightly catches you out of the corner of your eye, and I turned and I stopped and I was like, is that Mount Fuji?
Oh, uh-huh.
And I mean, it's massive, and I'm like, of course it is, because what else would it be? But and I remember just standing there staring at it, and be like, whoa.
Yeah.
And we ended
Another
up
whoa moment. huh?
another one, and like we ended up pretty much, the island itself is about 2.5 miles long. There's a major shrine on the island that's dedicated, I think, to like a former, like a historical shogun or something. So we did that really quickly, and then we just went over to the beach and sat on the beach. Like, it was warm enough to, they had some sort of steps that you can just sit on.
Mm-hmm.
And we just sat there and watched the sunset.
Oh,
And it was
so
fantastic.
Cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
It's a big surfing culture in that like
Oh,
part
is
of the
it?
town
Okay.
too. So I got to see a lot of surfers, so that was cool.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever get into a lost in translation moment?
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
did you guys use Google Translate?
Google Translate, yeah. I wouldn't say we ever got into one of those moments.
No.
We got in a couple moments where like we like actually physically got lost. But I'm also like a firm believer on like when you're on foot, you can't get that lost,
Mhm.
because like you can only walk so far out of the way
Yeah.
that like, are you really that far gone, or that
Did you
are
really
really
walk that
lost?
far
Okay.
that you
Yeah.
could be that
that
lost?
you could be that lost?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, you can get lost, but you're still in the same
you're-
area that
yeah.
you should be in.
It's
Yeah.
different if like you were on a
Yes.
train and the train just took you
Yeah.
50 miles out of your way or
Okay, yeah.
something. But like on foot,
Yeah,
you're
Yeah.
still relatively close to where you gotta
Mhm.
be.
yeah.
So
If you could go back here, let's say if you went back in 6 months, what would be the first place you'd want to revisit? Or maybe not, or
Ooh.
maybe you'd want to go.
I would go. I would go back to Kyoto for sure. I
Mhm.
really enjoyed it there.
Yeah.
I'd spend more
Kyoto.
time there. I'd also look at going to like, maybe some other parts of Japan as well.
Yeah,
Tokyo's great, but and I really enjoyed it. Again, it's another like major metropolitan.
Yeah.
So commercialized
So
and just
yeah.
Okay, so you had such a great time, and if you went back, who would you want to take with you to be able to
Ooh.
share that experience with?
Ooh.
Now that you've been,
My sister has always wanted to go to Japan,
uh-huh.
and I would love to go back with her
Uh-huh.
and like see it through her, sort of like experience it again through her eyes and
Yeah.
lens. And I know that she would love doing like so many of the sort of jazz like record bars that I was able to do, and
uh-huh.
obviously like there's sort of an interesting dynamic with like traditional Japanese culture and like tattoos and the art of
Oh.
tattooing
Mhm.
Yes.
in Japan. But she has a pretty big sphere of people who tattoo sort of all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sure that she would want to go back to.
Yeah.
And like, if it's not get a tattoo while she's there, like give tattoos or guest spot somewhere.
Oh, uh-huh.
I think she would enjoy doing. So I'd love to go back with her at some
Yeah.
point.
Are-
Okay.
In Japan, don't they tattoo a little different, or do you think it's? 'Cause
So
don't they use that
stick and poke.
yeah stick and
So
poke type of?
stick and poke, yeah. I think now like just the culture of tattooing has become so big that like you can pretty much go anywhere and find like a machine gun artist.
Yeah.
But a lot of stick and poke. It's funny. My sister started with stick and poke
Oh really?
when she learned, and so I have I think the first stick and poke. Aside from the ones that she did on herself, I have the first one that she did on not herself of stick and poke, and like it's such an art form. It's fantastic. I would, unless it was a really really small one, I probably wouldn't do one again, just because like I tend to have a fairly high pain tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
That pain for that long was a lot
Oh, okay.
because it's for something. I mean, what I have a little poppy flower, so it's not that big. It's maybe that long.
Yeah.
It took something that a machine would have maybe taken an hour max. 'Cause there's no shading; it's just a line
Yeah.
poppy flower. Probably took like 7 hours
Oh, sheesh.
of just like
Yeah.
over and over and over and over again.
Ouch.
And like the darker you want the line, like if you want a full line, you know, you're making a bunch of individual dots to try and create
Uh-huh.
a solid line.
Yeah.
So it took a long time.
Oh.
It took a long time.
I'm sure you heard that Ileana's doing tattoos.
I did, yeah. I want to get on her book soon.
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
Yeah. She's,
So
she's
it's
doing good.
I ran into I went to the is it a Walgreens or CVS? I think it's a Walgreens.
Oh, yes.
CVS. The CVS over by KU Med. And I hardly ever go to that CVS, but I happened to be in the area and I was like, I need something. And I went in. You know when you're just somewhere and you can feel someone like staring at you?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, like well, I'm getting this weird, like someone's looking at me. What am I doing? And I turn and it's Jay Sean. And I was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I work here. And I'm like, what are you doing all the way over here?
I know.
And he had just gotten the 2 that she did for him.
Oh, uh-huh.
And so he was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, I just got these tattoos from Illy. So he showed me. And I was like, her line work, like, for just, even the ones that she did on you, like, her line, like, work is
You see?
fantastic. Yeah. That is
Yeah.
fantastic for
Thanks.
starting out, you know? She's a natural artist. And, like, similarly with my sister, they can pick up any medium
Yeah.
Right.
and excel at it.
Yeah.
And so she's got the gift for
So
it.
do you know what she? I'm still laughing about it. She came home. She goes, "Mom, we had to do a new drawing yesterday at school. You know, she's in the art class."
Mhm.
I said, "Okay, cool. Well, what was new about it? What would you draw?" She said, "No, a nude
Oh,
picture." So they had a model come in and it was a guy and she's like, "Oh my gosh."
That is so funny. That's hilarious.
And I was like, I gotta check it out.
That's
Let's
what
see.
I
At least
said.
you got it. You know. She goes, "No, I don't want you to see it."
That's awesome. That's
The
awesome.
people who can pose for those stuff,
I know.
Right.
they
Yeah.
have no
know.
shame.
It's a different level of like dissociation. Just being able to get up there and just black out. I
Right.
guess.
Right.
Yeah.
That or they just own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
So it was kind of funny when she was telling me
More
about
props
it.
to 'em. That's
So,
goofy.
did you have a culture shock while you were there? I mean,
I'm not. I think because like I've been fortunate to travel quite a bit. I don't know that it was culture shock. I think I like have also been wanting to go for so long and have been like researching and
Yeah, I was
looking
gonna
into
say
so much stuff.
preparing. Yeah.
So- Preparing
this
that-
was so it's off your bucket list. Would you say if you have a bucket list?
Yeah. Again, I would go back like for if I went back with my sister or just like for things like that. But there's also so many other places that are also on the list that I want to
Yeah.
go to next.
Cool.
Okay.
So
That's
How did
cool.
your friends like it?
they loved it.
They
It
did
was
too?
actually their first time out of the country.
Oh.
Oh wow.
So for them, it was definitely like culture shock. It was
Okay. Yeah.
like even going through like customs and immigration, and one of them got a passport for this trip.
Oh. Uh-huh.
So that it was fun to sort of like experience being out of the country through their eyes
Uh-huh.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And like me also having to try and like check myself to like let them sort of like experience the ups and the downs of your first trip like out of the country.
Right.
Because obviously it's exciting, and then you get to a point where you kind of crash.
Yeah.
And then you're just figuring it out along the way. So
Yeah.
it was fun to sort of experience that with them.
The same when we went to Mexico, and these guys were like, well, what do we do now? What's going on? Yeah.
So it was good.
Is there any advice you would give to someone who's going for the first time?
I would just say, like, go into it with an open mind and like be willing to sort of just like fall into like what's happening around you. Again, it's such a culture of like patience and like there's a culture of like service and respect, and I think it's sort of easy like stepping out of the environment that we're always in, where we're kind of always in a rush, or we're moving from here to there, or like someone cuts you off even walking in front of me, and I'm like, oh, come on, like there's so many things like that I sort of had to like check myself around, and just sort of like constantly remind myself of like I'm somewhere new, like people's intentions are never negative, and like just experience a place for like what it is, and try your best to sort of like fall into it and be okay with that. So I'd say that just going into it with an open mind and experiencing it, and there's going to be things that you love about it and things that you're are going to look back and have a much bigger appreciation.
Do you think the 18 days was enough time?
Yeah. I think it was the perfect amount of time.
It was, okay.
Because the, like, just like, physically, mentally adjusting to the time change already takes a couple days.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I think, like, if you really, truly want to, at least for me, some of my biggest things were, like, I really want to be able to, like, explore a place and, like, start to see some of the inner workings of, like, how people just like exist in a place that like I'm not typically in. And I want this trip to feel long enough that I can actually like let go of work for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Because I tend to be one of those people where like if my trip is only a week long, I spend the first 2 days being like, you know, did I make sure I left everything behind well? And then you have like 1 or 2 days where you're actually like enjoying the vacation.
Right.
And then your mind clicks back and it's like, oh, I got to go back to work in 3 days.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you know, whatever
you're
thing
right.
that I missed. So
Just
just really wanting to be able to like take enough time to actually like settle in and allow myself to sort of step out of some of that.
Okay.
Some of that.
Yeah.
So I feel like I got a good chance to do that.
Okay.
It's good.
Good. Were the did you get your days mixed up? I mean, could you tell a difference from a weekday to the weekend?
I don't think I had any idea what day it was.
No.
No, and it's funny because I have this there's a friend of mine, one of their neighbors, an elder couple, retired, and he said before, like one day he was out on a walk or something like that and said, like now that he's retired, he's like, yeah, I have like no idea what day of the week it is, and like I don't necessarily need to know, so or something like that he said, and I was like, wow, like what it must be to like live through your week having no idea what day it is, because Saturday could be Wednesday and Wednesday could be Saturday for all you know.
Yeah.
So I think just with like the time change and all the things, I really had no idea what day it was.
Like I think here you can tell a weekday in the weekend because the highways aren't as packed as they are during the weekdays. You know, so.
Yeah, I don't think so. And again, I think it's one of those things too, and I don't think this is specific to Japan, but I think oftentimes what I've found in like traveling other places as well, there's like people, from my perspective at least, or a preview of like what I'm experiencing in a place, people aren't really living for the weekend like we do here. You know, like I think I'm guilty of this, of like Tuesday coming around and I'm like, man, I can't wait till Friday, because that means like,
well, I mean, the Japanese school week goes Monday to Saturday.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
Wow.
go.
It's why they can afford only 3 years of middle school, 3 years of high school.
Yeah, and I know there's also like a
Hmm.
really sort of I don't know if dangerous is the right word, but like a sort of a toxic culture of like work,
Oh,
in some capacity there as well.
Mhm.
But and again, I think you get that most places, but I feel like there's a mentality that like we in the States have sort of developed where like we hold Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday morning in a really, really high regard.
Mhm.
And the rest of the days kind of are like we're getting through those days to get to the,
Yeah.
the other days.
Mhm.
Which, it's just kind of the way it is. But
All right.
Mhm.
yeah, so that's one thing. That's
Did you
just
see any
interesting.
animals?
I saw some deer.
Okay.
I did a day trip to Nara, Japan, which is known for having a deer park
Oh, okay.
where like deer will walk right up to you, super friendly.
Oh.
Want to be fed, they'll bow at you and you'll bow back. And they do that so they can be fed.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yes,
true.
I've got videos. It's
Wow,
true.
that's awesome.
You bow at it and it'll bow its head back at you. So that, and then I don't think that's it. I mean, I saw not as many dogs for sure, and the only dogs that I saw, they were really small dogs.
Oh,
People don't really have big dogs there.
okay.
That's about it. A lot of so I don't know if there's a difference between a crow and a raven. I
A lot of
don't.
black
There are.
birds, though.
There are.
Yeah, they're two distinct birds, but they're both corvids.
So I don't know which one. Maybe it was a raven. Is one bigger than the other?
Crows are generally bigger than ravens.
Maybe it was a crow then. They have a lot of crows there, and
Oh,
they're
really?
huge, like massive.
Okay.
That's scary.
It's kind of and yeah, they make a lot of noise. Like so a lot of crows, and then these type of on Enoshima Island in particular, there was a lot of signs to watch out for the hawks.
Oh,
Because they'll dive, and I watched like sitting on the beach. There were some girls who were just eating on the beach and watching hawks like dive bomb them to try and get their food. So I think they're just super used to
Mm-hmm.
people feeding them and all.
Oh,
that.
damn! Like, here, film this.
Yeah.
Take it out of my hand.
They sure will.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's about
So you
it.
think you got to see everything that you wanted to see, but now another trip will then take you to some other places.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, if I went back, I would go to a different part of the island. And yeah, something like that. But there's a lot of places on my list left.
Okay.
So, hoping to check some of those off next.
Yeah. Very cool.
This time we don't have to wait 3 years.
But yeah,
For you to come back
I
on.
know, right?
Yeah, Ma, did you know it was 3 years since you and Tot sat in with us
At the
When was
nest.
last time?
at the nest?
3 years?
Yeah,
That's what
3 years ago.
Also,
This
they asked
October.
earlier. Do you remember when we met in 7th grade,
When?
or how? Because I was saying I don't remember, and it's one of those.
She said you were doing the Running Man.
Spanish class.
Maybe.
Costanza.
Maybe.
From Seinfeld? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. Okay. Well, Todd, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
And sharing your trip
Yeah,
with
sharing
us.
your trip
Oh,
was awesome.
Thank you.
I feel like we were just there.
No, I know it's good.
Tasting the food and everything was, yeah, this is cool. Again, thank you for the gift,
Of
my
course.
Godzilla.
Your Godzilla. You'll have to put him up somewhere.
Oh,
Find a good
definitely.
spot for
Oh,
him.
definitely. It's gonna sit here in the studio. Make sure everybody can see it. I'll
Yeah,
show it
you
off
can
next
take all the
week for
plastic.
sure.
So,
Yeah, I'll
no,
take it
but
out of there.
thank you. As you were saying earlier, I think like the beautiful thing about this podcast and the space is being able to capture like moments in time and just have them forever. And so, like, for me, this is
Mm-hmm.
special because I'll be able to look back, and when I say, like, oh, I can't really remember what that trip was like.
Yeah.
I
There
just
you
play
go.
somebody this video.
There you
and
go.
we're
Yeah.
set.
And
Yes.
yeah, and then mom and dad and sis can watch it, and that way you don't have to say anything to
I
them.
know,
You just
right?
say,
You don't have to
just
repeat
watch-
yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna point everybody to the video. Just be like, you know what? Just watch this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna run those views up.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah. All right,
Oh,
again,
oh.
thank you for. Well, I'm sorry.
Okay, so how do you say thank you in Japanese?
Arigato gozaimasu.
Oh, nice. Did you do Duolingo before you left? Or were you working on that
I
Japanese?
didn't. I
No,
didn't do
Any
Duolingo.
research? Did you do quite a bit of research to,
on the language.
No, not necessarily. on the language,
Yeah,
but
she
just-
said she did research before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just looking into like sort of places, customs, what to do, what
Yeah.
not to
Yeah,
do, sort of
yeah.
stuff like that. And then language stuff. Honestly, the social media can be used for good in some
Mhm.
ways, and so language stuff on social media
Oh, okay.
was good just to get a feel for like, here's sort of the inflection of how to say things. Here's
Mhm.
the correct like situations to say them in.
Oh, okay.
The difference between like, you know, time of day sort of is really important. Where like, if I'm saying konnichiwa or
Mhm.
you know ohayo gozaimasu, like
What does that
no-
mean?
good morning, but
Oh,
like
okay.
Good morning, Grandma.
what part of the morning you say it in
Oh, okay.
matters. So
Mhm.
things like that, like
Okay.
learning through social media or just
Okay.
other ways that people have sort of navigated it
Oh, okay.
was helpful too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So it's good.
All right. Well, I hope the jet lag is not.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
feeling
You
shockingly. I'm
feeling
feeling
good?
good.
right now?
I'm
Yeah.
feeling it for you.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you're feeling good. I'm sitting here going,
yeah.
I'm tired.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we end, yep. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Glad I got to be here.
and maybe when mom and dad are in town, you can have everybody in
Yeah.
studio, and
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
that'd be really
That'd be a
fun.
hoot.
Before we end, Mod, this day, November 5th, very important day, 70 years ago. Do you know it?
Because we didn't.
Okay, I'll tell you after the show. Huh?
Where? Give me another hint.
I'll tell the flux capacitor.
November 5th.
What?
November
I-
5th?
November 5th. I'll tell you after the show.
15th?
No, the 5th.
Why? What's the 15th? November 15th?
Goes back to,
Yeah. But you got to invent it somehow, right?
yeah, I guess.
Anyway.
Still foreign to me.
I
I
get-
don't know
yeah.
what they're talking
Right.
about.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Todd.
Thank you.
And thank you for everything that you brought in. The snacks, everything was good.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
How do you
Good.
say thank you again?
Arigato gozaimasu.
Arigato
Gozaimasu.
gozaimasu.
Arigato.
Arigato.
You can just say it.
Arigato.
Arigato.
But I thought
Arigato.
arigato was hello.
Dono arigato, Mr. Roboto.
No? How do you say hello?
Thank you. Konnichiwa.
Oh, that's right. Konnichiwa. Arigato
Gozaimasu.
gozaimasu.
Chris,
Thanks,
you good? Everything good?
Spanish on that.
Yes.
He put some Spanish on that.
I was doing the same thing. I was like rolling my R's and I was like, no.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. This is episode number 169. And we'll have another special one coming up in the next episode. Again, thank you so much. Todd, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Adios.